And by the way, where the fuck is everybody? Jesus Christ, I did an announcement. I scheduled the podcast. Nobody. Thank you very much, Jim Stats. I appreciate the donation. I hope that's the first of many. So what does anybody want to talk about? Anybody? Anybody? Bueller? There's a good freaking movie if I ever seen one. Maybe some of you out there don't know the reference I'm making. Yes, you're right about that. Western world did go to hell. Once women got the vote, I have to agree with that one. But what can you do? You can't take it back. Unfortunately. Once they got it, they got the power, baby. It's the problem with a bureaucracy. I mean, with a democracy, unfortunately. Well, we don't live in a democracy. We're not supposed to anyway. How about that chick on TED Talk X something? Boy, could you be any more vague? I don't know who TED Talk. Oh, TED Talk. TED Talk X. Never heard of it. Who's that? Boy, this is a real boring conversation. Of course, then again, maybe that's my fault. I'm kind of tired. I would have stuff prepared to talk about, but, you guys would just interrupt me constantly wanting to talk about something else, so it's kind of pointless. How about the chick on, yeah? You do know that slow mode is off. Oh, don't flood the room all at once with messages, guys. Ferris Bueller's Day Off, yes, that was a wonderful movie. Yes, of course, Ferris was kind of a simp, too. He was enamored with that broad in the movie. Of course, she was pretty hot, so can't blame him. I think she's a ugly broad now, maybe. I don't know. What other movies was that chick in? Oh, yeah, she was in that movie Legend with Tom Cruise. Boy, that was a bad movie. Had some guy with giant horns playing the devil. He actually did a pretty good job. He looked like the devil, and he had the devil voice and everything. You guys, probably half of you never heard of that fucking movie. Legend. That was like, what, 1984, 1983? Yeah, that's fucking ancient history. Advice for a 21-year-old confused man. Hello, Ruth Ra. Well, number one, get a new name. It sounds like a woman's name. Number two, what kind of advice? Your words are a little vague, my friend. You need to be more specific. I can't really help you too much when you're that vague. Oh, 1985. Legend. Geez, there must be a long delay. This sucks. This pisses me off. The first time I did this. Uh-oh. I think I have to reset this friggin' thing. Oh, God. Uncle MGTOW. Who, me? Okay, you can call me Uncle if you want. Guess it's better than Daddy. No, I'm not watching. Why would you think I'm watching Justice League? I'm not watching a movie while I'm talking to you guys. Is Arthur spelled backwards? IRTHUR. Oh, I see. Yeah. Very, very clever there. Yeah. Okay. I'm afraid we have a big delay here, which kind of sucks because the first time I experimented with this, I only had about a 15-second delay. Yeesh. Now it's like 30, 40 seconds, it seems. Ugh. Kind of sucks. Justice League. I don't know. I don't follow movies, new movies too much. Okay, so instead of answering my actual question, you told me why you've got that weird name. Hello, MGTOWica. Sorry for any delay there might be. Let me know how long it took you to hear me say your name. I wasn't getting late. Of course it's worth it. I'm not one of these guys that say women ain't worth the trouble. No. Not at all. It's just they're not worth, like, lots of trouble. But at your age, yeah, sure. How to get laid? Geez, I don't know. Ignore them. But that doesn't necessarily always work. Teenage broads are not, Yeah, you know, they're not quite fully cooked yet, so you really have to make some kind of effort. You know, but not a big effort. I just found the name. It was Casey J on the TED Talk. The Casey J. That name sounds familiar. Is she the one that made that movie, the Red Pill? The Red Pill movie? I forget. I don't follow these current trends. Console yourself. You're better alone. Yeah, he's a young guy. God, come on. Don't go your whole life. No. You don't want to go your whole life without ever having been with a woman. I don't. You can't. It's hard to walk away when you've never been with one. The name doesn't quite work. You know, so you got to at least be with him first before you walk away from him. You give it a shot first. It's not going to work out probably, but you know, at least bang one once. Then you'll see what the big deal is, or I might say isn't. You're not really missing very much. I don't know, Victor. I think that AI sex robots that can move around and do like very complex physical actions are a long way off. They got the ones now that can like simulate orgasm and shit and orgasm noise, but you know, that's like not a robot. Well, I mean, I guess technically it is. I think of robots as moving around and shit. I give the advice as possible to make MGTOW a virgin. You don't want to be with a chick at all? Come on, you big baby. At least do it once. Come on. Well, sure, it's possible, but I mean, you know, well, I don't know. I mean, you know, how are you? Can you be like, what is that, like true forced loneliness or that involuntary celibacy thing? I don't know. I mean, it's more like you kind of couldn't cut the mustard, so you kind of decided to, cut line and run away. And before, I mean, I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, pump them and dump them, I say. Nobody's shaming anybody. Jesus Christ, I thought I'm talking to men here, and now you're getting all upset because they do a little bit of, Come on. Just being a little, what's the word? I'm just giving a hard time. Men give men a hard time. You should be able to take it. It's not a big deal. Plenty of fantasy whores in the sea. My first time I didn't even finish. I don't know, man, but women can't fuck. Oh, that's true. Women these days are lazy. Oh, you've done it before? Well then, you already know it's not that great. Yeah, women don't know how to bang anymore. If they ever did, they don't make any effort. They were all lazy. Yeah. I mean, they're all lazy bastards. They don't do nothing. They don't want to do anything. They just think they're so wonderful. They can lay there all day. Please me, pleasure me, make me feel good. They've been taught that just having a vagina is some kind of, that's all they need. Oh, that's true. Victor, I've made whole videos on this. Yeah, the better looking they are, the more insecure they are. Of course. Not that broads are all that difficult. Just have a little confidence. I mean, really. You know, you walk up. You want to get broads. It's just don't be a pussy. And have some self-confidence. And don't let rejection bother you. It's all about numbers, my friend. It's all about numbers. If one broad rejects you, there's another broad down the road. The thing is, if you don't want them all to reject you, you got to have some balls and some self-confidence. And you got to act like you don't give a shit if they do reject you. That's it. It's really not complicated. I'm 5'6", so I can have more confidence. Well, that's up to you to decide, pal. It's called self-confidence. I can't give it to you. I mean, it comes from within you. Yeah, I would think you could. What's wrong with 5'6"? Charles Bronson was like 5'6". He was a tiny guy. You saw him in that movie, what the hell was that movie's name? Hard Times? He was beating the shit out of everybody. He was, 50 plus? He looked great. Yeah, he was wearing some lifts. They gave him an extra inch or so, but he was, that guy was getting the broads, trust me. So, you know, of course you can have confidence at 5'6". Look at, what's his name? What the hell is his name? Jeez, the Scientology retard. Tom Cruise. Yeah, he's 5'9". That's taller than 5'6", but you would think he couldn't have any confidence. He's a fucking moron. He believes Xenu came down from the sky and dumped a bunch of thetans into volcanoes, and after a couple billion years, they inhabited your little finger. And now you got millions of thetans living inside each person, and you can hold two little metal Dixie cups, and this will get rid of the thetans. I mean, this guy is fucking stupid. If you imagine anybody who couldn't possibly have self-confidence, it's that guy, but he's got plenty of it. So, you know, if that moron can have confidence, you can have confidence. Approach anxiety is natural. Just got to either power through it or do it through friends. Meh. You'll reach a point where you just don't give a shit. Of course, that'll take about 30 years. Well, there you go. Vegas. Ugh. Oh. Just get Tinder. Don't they have a teenage Tinder or something like that? Oh, by the way, that reminds me. You know, it's like illegal now in Wisconsin. There was this one school. I saw this story about a school in Wisconsin or something that said if you hear about, as a faculty administrator, if you hear about kids having sex with each other, to report it to the police. It's now illegal for underage people to have sex with each other. Isn't that amazing? So it's not bad enough. So, okay, now it's not just illegal if, like, a teacher who's 30 has sex with a 15-year-old student. But if two 15-year-old students now have sex with each other, now they can be arrested too. Or at least the boy can be arrested, of course. It didn't say exactly in the story who would get arrested, but you know it would be the man, of course. The girl would always be the victim. Isn't that crazy? Oh, of course. Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck indeed. The world is going insane. I imagine this is what it looked like in ancient Rome before the barbarians invaded and those morons opened the gates. Did you know that? They opened the gates for them? Can you believe that? These dumb bastards, they actually opened the fucking gates. Sure, come on in, barbarians. Come steal all our shit and rape all our women. Yeah. Fucking simp morons. That's what the world's coming to. People are so stupid. Yeah, Muslims. Come on in, Muslims, and rape our country and rape our women and steal all our money. Come on in. Talk about barbarians at the motherfucking gate. People are stupid. Oh, by the way, guys, the super chat does work if you want to get your wallets out. New York City attack. What was that again? You're going to have to enlighten me because there's so many of these Muslims attacks in the world these days. I'm just getting over the Vegas one. I'm just getting over the Vegas shooting, to be honest. I'm so freaking busy, I don't get much of a chance to even see the news, to be honest. So I heard about it, but I don't know the specifics. A patriarchy established again, except now everyone's IQ is down by 5 points. Well, the women's IQ is down by 5 points. I know that. I mean, women's IQs have always been lower than men's. It ain't by much, but when you're talking 5%, that's a lot, actually. But yeah, you're going to have to enlighten me about the New York City attack, but I canceled my card, lost. Well, that's all right. I should have added the caveat that if you can afford to. Yeah. Highly doubtful female will go to jail. It's probably just the underage male who will fall victim to the law. Yeah, Jesse, that's right. It's just like with drinking. It's just like with alcohol, you know. When you got two people who are inebriated, for some reason, it's only the man who is breaking the law if he doesn't get some kind of written consent. Oh, you didn't get consent? Oh, well, you know, you're going to go to jail. What about her? Oh, well, she's a woman. She can't rape anybody. Wait, there's no force involved. Here's the thing that annoys me. There's no force involved. The whole law relies upon the person being fully lucid. It has nothing to do with physical force. You're both equal in this sense. Why is anybody getting charged with any kind of crime? Well, because the man. We have to de-incentivize him from wanting to get sex outside of marriage. We got to get these simp fools to get married. Marriage is already down too much. Someone should go to the main feminist and slap her in the face. Ah, yeah, if only. You'd go to jail. Just because I stick my dick in you doesn't mean I consent to parenthood. Well, you know, they believe it does. Of course, if you don't wear a condom, you're kind of a fool. So, but, you know, those can break. Black-hearted shaman. Ah, I like the name. Very good name. Yeah, you got to be black-hearted in this world if you want to get anywhere. That's for goddamn sure. The law wants you to ask for consent every 10 minutes. Oh, I saw this story in the news where some guy actually got charged with a crime because he squeezed some chick's breasts too hard while he was banging her. It was like, yeah, I gave him consent to fuck me, but he didn't have consent to squeeze my breasts. He was squeezing my breasts, and I told him to stop because it was uncomfortable. I guess she had sensitive breasts, apparently. And he kept squeezing. And then she called the police. And she charged him with a crime. Can you believe this shit? Now a woman's body is sectioned off. There's like little sections, okay? So now you can bang her, but this part is off limits. You can touch this, but you can't touch that. If you do touch that, I'm going to charge you with a motherfucking crime. This is insanity. The world is going insane. Now you can't touch broads while you're having sex with them. What the hell's the point? Why am I here? Slut walk. They're all sluts. What are you talking about, slut walk? That's such stupid shit. Stupid shit. I'm too stupid to understand that there's consequences to my fucking actions. Like for example, say you're driving a Lexus. Let's say you're driving a Lexus and you go to like the 7-Eleven, or if they have 7-Elevens anymore in the hood in New York. Like, what's that? What's the name of Harlem? Let's say you go to the worst part of Harlem at like 3 a.m. And you drive your Lexus up to the fucking 7-Eleven and you get out of the Lexus and you leave the door open and the keys in the car and the car running when you go inside to buy your Slurpee. Now, 5 minutes later when you come out, do you expect that fucking car to be there? Because if you do, you're a moron. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Personal responsibility. It ain't my fault. Somebody stole my car. They shouldn't be stealing my car. It's like this kind of retarded naivete idealism that people are telling themselves, I should be perfectly fine and safe to go out and walk around naked at 2 o'clock in the morning in the worst area in the city, and no man should be able to touch me. Of course, you're going to get raped, you dummy, because that's how the world is. Oh, but in their mind, this just further accentuates the fact that men are the problem. It's toxic masculinity. It's not the fact that I'm a moron who left my fucking car running when I went in the fucking 7-Eleven, the worst neighborhood in the world. And then I came out and I was surprised it was gone. Fucking morons. That's what I think of the fucking slut walk. A bunch of dumb bitches walking around saying, it's all right for me to wear no clothes and I shouldn't get raped. What? What are you, stupid? It has nothing to do with whether or not it's right or wrong. It has to do with common sense, you dummy. Oh, you never heard my videos? You're not the first person to make that observation that I sound like Bill Burr. What state did you grow up in? East Coast. That's all I'll say. No need to go any further. Somebody said something about a fat, ugly manatee-like feminist. Let me go back. I'd rather go to jail for slapping some sense into a goddamn fat, ugly feminist than go for a free man scared of all women in the world. Oh, well, I ain't scared of women, believe me. But there's this being scared of women. I wouldn't walk up to some guy and slap him in the face either. Of course, there's jail to consider. That's a major consideration there. I hate these stupid feminist dumb bitches slut walk out pathetic. No. I said wow to the straight Italian. I see. Yeah, the slut walk is stupid. It's just stupid. It's stupidity on the behalf of stupid women who don't seem to understand that the world has all sorts of predators in it, and it's not just women. The only reason they have to worry about men is because they're women, you dumb bitches. Jesus Christ, there's plenty of situations where you have to worry about women who are predators as well. They're just different situations, but women can be predators just as much as men. Men are just predators in the way that they are able to be predators, which is their physical strength and their physical prowess, and women are able to be predators in the ways that they can be predators, namely their ability to manipulate men, and steal their shit. Israel, Well, I don't know. I've never been there. I've seen some videos, though, about how they're trying to create equality there as well. Let me just tell you, that all these Western countries are the same. If you want to know what Israel's like, just look at Australia or something like that. Because it's such a small country, it's a little more concentrated. So, yeah. Like how a man could go to jail with no trial for a rape. Oh, that's happened? Well, he wouldn't go to jail with no trial. He would make like a plea bargain because he was afraid he would get worse at the trial. But, I mean, if you're talking about guys that go to jail like to await trial and shit, there's one guy that he got put in jail. I made a video about this. He got put in jail for 6 months because some white broad accused this poor black guy of rape. And he sat in jail waiting for his trial. And meanwhile, they found out he didn't do it. And the chick, they didn't press any charges against her. Outrageous. Right. I just like that video I posted recently about those girls who essentially, the Australian soccer team that got beat by a bunch of 14-year-old, 15-year-old kids. Oh, my God. How are you like one of the best professional soccer teams in the world, and you get beat by a bunch of teenagers? Why don't you make a video about the root of feminism? I did. Inner self, you really need to look at some of my older video content. I'm up to like 260 videos now. Why don't you go back through my library? You'll find that video. You'll find a lot of videos you probably haven't seen. Yeah, now it might be time to turn on the slow mode. New female artist with 13 million Instagram followers. Cardi B has a song named Fuck Him, Then Take His Money. Sounds like that dumb broad in that recent video I made about that stupid Egyptian feminist who got herself put in jail for 3 years because she was stupid enough to suggest in an actual patriarchal country that you should just marry money and then marry men and then divorce them and take their money. How stupid are you? You got put in jail for 3 years, dummy. You're not in America, you dumb broad. I would commit suicide if I lost the teenagers. Those bitches should do the honorable thing. Well, I wouldn't expect that. They're just out there play acting, and they know it. That's why they don't get upset, because they're just play acting to get money. Women really deep down know they're not on the same level as men, but they don't care. It's just an act that they put on so that they can get free shit or that they can get easy jobs. That's all. They know it. Why do you think they're not clamoring to be garbage men? Or garbage women, I should say. or female sewer cleaners. Why do you think that is? You think it's because they believe they're equal to us? No. Hello, Dreadguard. One of my Patreon contributors. I think Jim Status might be too, or he might not be. I don't know, Jim Status. Did you contribute to my page? I don't remember. I know you send me messages on there. I know that. But I don't know if you're one of my Patrons or not. But I know Dreadguard is. Hello, Dreadguard. Nice to see you. The girls who ran boy over with dirt bike. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if you could tell, but I was real mad. I think my heart is still hurting from that one. I got to stop getting angry when I do these videos. It's bad for my ticker. But, yeah, that really made me angry. That when I was making it, I was thinking to myself, geez, just after I made it, I forgot to make the point. Just a little more to the left, and they could have cut his femoral artery and killed him. And yet, the father thought it was funny. I'd like to take this father and crack his back on my fucking knee, this idiot. Okay, I remember. I have like 18 of them now. Thank you, Jim Stats. Well, Jim Stats is also a Patreon contributor. All right, cheers. I'll assume he donated $1 too, waiting on my card. Okay, his dad pissed me off. 200 stitches? I thought it said he got like a dozen. I thought he said he got like 12 stitches, but still, it wasn't stitches. By the way, the advertisement, the newspaper lied. It was sutures. It was not stitches. You don't get stitches for cuts that deep. I know. I've had cuts that were not even that deep, and you get sutures. Sutures are individual tied off lengths of string because it requires too much tension for stitches. What up, MGTOW? Hi, everyone. Thank you, MP. A lot of girls and women these days are just a bunch of stuck-up cucks who only want the benefits of equality but none of the drawbacks. I would have been more funny if she tried calling rape when she was carried away by the police. Men getting hurt, one of the oldest comedy bits still in effect. Yeah. I denied my girlfriend to go out to dinner tonight just to be here. Well, hey, Leviathan. Well, why don't you spend some of that dinner money on me? Send me a small donation. You'll get more from me than you will from her anyway, at least in terms of value. So Super Chat does work. Just reminding you guys. Sorry, I can't count when I'm stoned. Okay, that's fine. Feminists tell women not to shave legs or armpits. Gross. Oh, that's disgusting. Yeah, I don't understand that. Just like those before and after pictures, you got I've seen some of those before and after pictures. You get this hot-looking chick, and then she becomes a feminist, and you see the after picture, and she's got like the nose ring, and half her head is shaved, and she's hideous. It's like, what the hell happened? She has an ideology that's telling her it's okay to be lazy. You can be lazy and still be happy. You can get fat. And by the way, women love being fat. It's just like the funnest thing on earth for them. They can't wait to be able to get fat. They're the laziest creatures on earth. The only reason they get thin is they get a man. And now if they got feminism telling them they can be thin and not have to worry about a man and you'll still be fulfilled and be happy. Oh boy, Twinkie time. They don't even make Twinkies anymore, do they? Oh, God, I love them fucking things. And they stopped making them. What the fuck? Everything good in the world is being destroyed. Now it's Twinkies. What happened to the Twinkies? Like, whoa, your underarms remind me of the ice machine. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. Do they make Twinkies anymore? I don't know if they make Twinkies anymore. I haven't been back to the States in a long fucking time. Do they make Twinkies anymore? Fucking A, I don't think they do. They do exist. They're probably not as good. They're probably some kind of bullshit cheap knockoff. Fuck. I knew they stopped. When I saw that movie with, what was it, Woody Harrelson, and he was running around looking for fucking Twinkies with the zombies running around. Yeah, they stopped making them. Oh, fuck. Why would they do that? They were so good. Everybody bought them. A bunch of pussies running around worrying about their fucking health. Oh, I'm going to die if I eat too many Twinkies. Hey, you pussy, eat the fucking Twinkie. You know you love them. Just eat the goddamn thing, motherfucker, otherwise they'll go out of business. And sure enough, no more Twinkies. Bunch of people running around worrying about how many calories are in everything. Well, we need to know how many calories are in the Big Mac. Meanwhile, the fucking gourmet restaurant down the street serving 1,600-calorie heart-clogging meals. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Oh, we only care about what the poor people eat. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to make the rich restaurants, the ones that serve the $150 entree, put a calorie count next to their artery-clogging rich meals. Oh, no. Shit. I feel sorry for you, Leviathan. Do you live with this girlfriend? I hope you don't live with this girlfriend. Yeah, well, women in math. There's some women that are good at math, but not many. Like that chick that was on the Wonder Years. Was it Winnie Cooper? I don't remember the name of the chick that played her, but she's some kind of really brilliant mathematician or something, has her PhD in math, and she's supposedly an actual real mathematician, not just some broad that got a PhD. But of course, to get a PhD in mathematics is a little more difficult than getting a PhD in gender studies. The root of the problem of the elites, not the women. Women are just dumb children without a brain. Yay, we still have Twinkies. We don't. They're gone. They're gone, Scott. No more Twinkies. I wish we still had Twinkies. They went out of business. I totally forgot about that, yeah. Makes me so sad. Well, what the fuck are you going to do? We still got Coca-Cola. We still got Coke anyway. It doesn't have cocaine in it anymore. They ruined that back in the fucking early 1900s. Took out the fucking cocaine. Pfft, it wasn't even that much cocaine. Little tiny sprinkle of cocaine. I would be happy for a little bit of cocaine in my Coca-Cola. What do you call it Coca-Cola for if there's no cocaine in it? Very rare. Some women can add shit up. They use emoji and that. I think Hostess bought some of the recipes, which Trinky was a part of. No, what we have is New Coke now. Yeah, it's not as good. They got that fucking corn syrup. And they don't use real sugar. Ugh. Yikes. Motor vehicle commissions around U.S. now allow non-binary. Don't get me started with that gender shit. You're going to make me a papa artery, man. That bullshit gender. Yeah, I got a cock, but I'm not a man. Oh, how does that work? How does that work exactly? You have a penis, but you're saying you're a woman. Fucking Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah, I'm a mentally ill 60-year-old giant man, and I'm going to become a woman, and I got this deep voice. That is some really weird shit. Every time I hear that motherfucker talk, I'm thinking of some old dude with a big fucking bushy beard, with gray in it, of course, smoking a giant fucking cigar. That's what, and chewing on it. That's the image I get when I hear that motherfucker talk. Not of a woman. Freaky shit. Are traps gay? Are they getting banged in the ass? I mean, if they're getting banged in the ass, that's kind of gay. Yeah, they're gay. I don't think the ones banging them are necessarily gay because they're sort of kind of like a liking for like he, she's. Like they're not into guys, they're into girl guys. So it's kind of like a half and half kind of thing. They're not 100% gay, but not 100% straight either. Like they like broads. They're not like bi because that would be like into guys and girls. So you're like a quarter gay. Or you're like a quarter bi. Instead of like being 50% for men, 50% for women, you're kind of like 75 for women, 25 for men. That the traps are the ones that are getting banged in the ass, sure. That the ones doing the banging, I'm not so sure about. Because let's do some analysis here, okay? Women are a pain in the motherfucking ass. Okay? Well, if you, I don't know. I've seen some of these broads that look like broads and they're really guys. It's like, I don't know. You know, that looks like a woman to me. And honestly, with all the shit that women put you through today, having a woman that has the sex drive of as a man without all the crap you have to deal with, and she's into anal, okay. I'll give you a pass on that one. You want to bang it? Go right ahead. I'm not going to call you a fag. Jesus Christ, my channel might get freaking totally demonetized and removed for saying that word. I got to be more careful. Anyone getting turned on, someone with a dick is... I don't know. I'm not... Who am I to judge? Inner self. Who am I to judge? I'm not into judging. Do whatever makes you happy. Do whatever makes you happy. As long as you're not getting with some broad and giving her all your money, whatever floats your boat. If you're a woman who looks like a woman, you get her alone, she drops her shorts in a big way. What that? Fine. You want to judge and shame other guys? I'm not going to do that. I say do whatever makes you happy, as long as you ain't living with some broad or having kids with her, or marrying her, or any of that shit. Yeah, that video just came to me in fact I was going to do a more complex video on that original content piece. Yeah, that came to me when I was doing that video about the cuck boy who was talking about toxic masculinity, and then a picture of Patty Hearst flashed into my head, and I said to myself, you know, this guy seems a lot like a sufferer of Stockholm Syndrome, and it just clicked in my head. These motherfuckers have Stockholm Syndrome. It's as clear as day to me. Hello, MGTOW Academy. How you doing? Well, there's no topic. I mean, right at this very moment, I'm talking about my video about Stockholm Syndrome. But, yeah, and there's different kinds of Stockholm Syndrome, too, you know? I mean, there's different ways to hold a man captive. You can hold him captive as a single mother, because he can't go anywhere. You can hold him captive with the pussy, hold him captive to his sex drive, essentially, and then abuse him and indoctrinate him in that way. Then you have the college Stockholm Syndrome, or it's still soft feminist Stockholm Syndrome, but the form of delivery is different. If you're a university student, you are essentially being held captive by the university. You can't leave, you can't go, you have no choice, you have to be there. So you're going to suffer the abuse by the feminists, you're going to suffer the abuse by the mangina wimps that are serving them. They're proxy dogs, as I call them. And so you're going to essentially be exposed to the same kind of treatment, but on a less severe level than you would if you were kidnapped and held by someone and indoctrinated, and you got Stockholm Syndrome that way. So there's different forms of it, but they're all a form of Stockholm Syndrome. And they all follow the same kind of script. And if you look at the symptoms of Stockholm Syndrome, you'll see that they all match up. It's just not as severe a form. That's all. Okay, you're not getting beat with a rubber hose. But there's different kinds of abuse. There's mental abuse as well. My brother married a trashy, tattooed 35-year-old slut after 3 months. Bad idea. Did not use Facebook for anything other than business. Why did he marry her? Your brother is gone. He's gone, son. Yes, he's gone. Why would you get married? At 35? That's crazy. Why would you get married? Well, I guess at 35, some of the juices are still flowing. You still got enough testosterone banging through you that you want to get laid. So, yeah. It's really not until you hit 40 plus that you start to kind of get the realization that women, I don't really need them. And you don't want them. And it's great. I got to admit, it's wonderful. Having this kind of freedom is so fucking wonderful. You're being ruled by your glands when you're younger, my friends. Ruled by your glands. You gotta have some strong willpower to break away from those glands when you're younger. But it gets easier when you're older. Oh, it gets so easy that you have no idea. It's wonderful. It's fucking paradise. I hear these idiots talk about, oh, you don't get laid, so you're a loser. It's like, what are you talking about? I think you're a loser, pal. First of all, it's by choice. Second of all, you're a slave to this woman. And your cock. Are you calling me a loser? Yeah, magic glands. I love to hear that excuse. I'm not telling you. That's my own personal business, how old I am. Old enough. Because it's never the fact that they get too good to eat good. Yeah. Women, that gland bullshit. It's only 2% of women. Only 2% of people have a gland problem that makes them fat, okay? The rest, their problem is too many calories. What about artificially lowering testosterone? Oh, don't do that. No, come on now. Don't try to lower your testosterone. Just jerk off. That naturally lowers testosterone. Every time you jerk off, it takes a long time to recover. You ever try jerking off before you work out? You're going to have the worst workout of your life because you'll have no testosterone in you. Trust me. That's the cure. That God gave you the panacea. It's your hand. Use it. They're delusional, playing the pussy game, calling you a loser for not chasing women. Yeah, precisely. The elites are lowering our testosterone by chemicals. I need to check the settings on my streaming software. I shouldn't be getting this much delay. Okay, I lowered the bit rate some. Let's see if that helps. Worst thing about being single mothers. Well, the worst thing about being a single mother is nothing. They haven't made in this shade. Yeah, I lowered the bit rate some. I'm 30 and struggle with the urge. Jerking off does work. California, though, it's getting out of hand. I know, I'm not one of these guys that is a MGTOW monk. You want to bang chicks? Bang them. Just, why are you trying to be a monk? I don't advocate that. I get too many guys coming on my channel saying monk is the way to go. It's not. Maybe for you. But honestly, it's not for everybody. Not for most people, even, really. Why can't you just pump them and dump them? What is it with some of you guys that feel this need to just... I mean, you want to convince other people you have to have nothing to do with women. Well, why? What? You can't manipulate them? What are you, a moron? They're stupid. They're like 7-year-olds. They're easy to play. Just don't be nice to them. I mean, how hard is that? It takes 0 effort. And you get the satisfaction of dumping them afterwards. It's the perfect crime. Why don't you just do that? Jesus Christ! What is with this monk bullshit? I mean, you want to do that, fine. That's your choice, but don't... I mean, Jesus, don't try to push it as the one and only way to be. I mean, that's no game. What are you talking about, game? Who said anything about game? Jesus Christ. They're not interested, move on to the next. What game is it to say hello? It's hard to say hello? What the fuck? I don't see the effort. I don't see the effort. It's your own personal choice. Do what you want. That's fine. You're a MGTOW. Good. That's your choice. I just don't think you should try to shame other guys. I see this too much in monk guys. This is what annoys me. It doesn't annoy me that a guy goes monk. That doesn't annoy me. You want to be a monk MGTOW, that's great. It doesn't annoy me. What annoys me is that MGTOW monks trying to shame other MGTOW by telling them, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to have absolutely nothing to do with women. You're doing the wrong thing. Come on. Let them do what they want. As long as they're not paying for some broad and living with her and having a baby with her, what do you care? Jesus Christ, just don't pay for the bitch. That's all. That's all you need to do. You're not giving. That's what MGTOW's about. It's men going their own way. They're talking about financially, and not dealing with women's shit. You can still bang them and not have to deal with their shit, That you just don't deal with their shit. They're a problem, then you walk away. She's become an issue. Bye. That's it. Oh, look at this. I lost a bunch of viewers now because they don't like my spew about the monk thing. And I wasn't even saying being MGTOW monk is bad. Just don't try to shame other guys. That's all. Jesus Christ. For men, some of you guys out there are really touchy. I mean, whatever happened to men being able to give men a hard time? I swear to God, when I was growing up, guys would be guys, and they would really rip each other a new one. Now, I say boo, and people get upset. Speak that shit, Uncle MGTOW. Herpes is the gift that keeps on giving. You've heard of condoms, Scott, okay? No, don't mention those three letters. As for furry monk, what was it? What was that fucking guy's name? Mad Fury? Mad Fury. First I called it Mad Fury. Now I realize, it was furry, but I thought it was Fury because the motherfucker was so angry. I don't know why he was angry. It turns out he's just angry because he's jealous. That's all I think. I think the guy was just angry because, my channel had a lot more subscribers. That's my opinion. He's got 80. I don't want to talk about the guy because the guy, he hears himself getting talked about. He would just run to YouTube. He's bullying me. He's bullying me. I don't need that, okay? The guy already ran to YouTube and got me a copyright strike. Let's not talk about him, okay? And don't bother the guy or go to his channel or give him a hard time. Just leave him alone. I mean, he's where he belongs. Isolated. That's fine. He wants to be isolated. Then that's great. Let's just not talk about the guy, okay? Dude, whatever happened to the email you sent him? Did everything... No, everything did not get sorted. I'll talk about that, but in a general way, because I don't see how that could be used against me. The guy just kept emailing me. I asked him... I asked him to stop, to remove the copyright strike, and he sent me this nasty reply. And he mentioned that person who we're not going to mention, who has 3 initials, okay? That's an acronym for his name. We're not going to talk about that person. And he mentioned this person. And it was very clear that he was acting as a self-appointed champion for this person. And he was trying to punish me by filing that copyright strike against me. So it was very clear from his reply, which I didn't post because I didn't see the point, because a bunch of you would have basically given me a hard time. What are you doing talking about this guy again? Stop posting videos and giving him attention. And rightly so. I was giving the guy too much attention. So let's just not even talk about him. The guy doesn't deserve my attention, okay? And by the way, I'm not using any more pictures anymore. There's no way no more copyright strikes, no more copyright issues, no more pictures. I'm not using thumbnails anymore. I don't care where I find them, Google, whatever. You don't have to be a monk as long as you know how to remain indifferent, but some guys really want to be monk for their personal... But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, Isitis. I never said there was anything wrong with that. I have a problem with the ideological people who try to turn MGTOW into an ideology and try to push one particular viewpoint, and everybody has to do this or else. That's what I have a problem with. People going too far ideologically. I'll just leave them alone. People are messed up. I would like to see a video on the cosmetic industry and its environmental damage, since cunts can't go without the clown makeup. I don't know about the environmental damage, but I know the damage it does to their faces. Thoughts on trad cons? What do you call yourself if you're MGTOW celibate? Is monk? Yeah, monk. Well, I guess. Call yourself whatever you want. I don't know. I'm going to have to turn on slow mode here, because now everybody's starting to reply a lot, and it's starting to be an issue. But, I don't like trad cons. They're just as bad as the opposite. They're just as bad as feminists, okay? They're like two sides of the same rotten coin, essentially. So, yeah, I don't like them. Like that PragerU douchebag, which, by the way, I like a lot of his videos. I just don't like his ones on traditional marriage. That annoys me. He's another one of these ideologues. Look at me, I'm a big fat guy, and I'm married, and I'm happy. And you could be happy, too, if you just get married, and you can sign up for the same bad business deal as me. No thank you, pal. This has been going on for an hour, and I've gotten one donation. Is it true that really MGTOW are winning? Because, come on, guys, where's the... None of you out there have two shekels to rub together? Really? I mean, I got to remind you. Why do I need to remind people of this? Wouldn't you guys just naturally know that you can donate and you would donate? Why do you have to be held upside down and shaken like in them fucking cartoons? Well, I don't know. Well, no, Dreadguard, you've donated plenty already. Not you. You've already donated to my Patreon, and you don't need to donate anymore. Other people need to. Oy vey, shut it down. Well, now we have somebody calling themselves Lucifer showing up and trolling the room. So you're going to have to go, buddy. Well, okay, that's fine. So I guess the people who can afford to donate only showed up for my first live stream. Yeah, you'd rather spend it on yourself. Well, you're a funny guy. Well, that sentiment can also go to me, and I would rather not be here, and so, you know, yeah, I'm here for my health, yeah. I enjoy entertaining you guys, but it's really, you know, is actual work. So if you're just going to make jokes, and good Lord, I was, Ben Shapiro controlled opposition. Ben Shapiro's okay. I don't like his opinions on God. The fact that the guy isn't an atheist offends me. But otherwise, yeah, he's a smart guy, clearly. He's got the whole cognitive dissonance thing down, of course. Well, Jesus, dude, you're not entertaining. You're saving lives. I'm doing both. I thought I'm a funny guy. Up. Oh, okay. It's a Metallica. You didn't see my video on making good content is not e-begging. You missed that video, did you? I'm sure you did. Well, clearly, Metallica doesn't think I'm entertaining. So, Metallica, you should leave because you're coming into my room and you're actually against, and you're essentially counseling people not to donate. It's more or less what you're doing. So, you should probably go. Go on. Go. Bye-bye. Take yourself out of here. Right. Well, I don't care. Anyway, Metallica, you sound like an ideologue who thinks I should be here regardless of the effects on my health, and I'm just at your beck and call. Sounds like a communist to me. No, you said I'm not entertaining. I'm here to save lives, which means I have some kind of duty. I have an obligation. I shouldn't worry about money or getting paid. What the hell do I care about money, right? Meanwhile, you don't want to donate because you'd rather spend it on yourself, but you don't care about money. I shouldn't care about money. You can care about money, but I can't care about money, right? Because I have talent, and I'm here to be exploited by talentless people. Oh, I see. Okay. Sounds like a communistic viewpoint to me, pal. Yeah, you sound like a communist, buddy. You take that however you want to take it. I tell it like I see it. You don't like how I see it? Well, that's too bad. Right, I'm tripping bad. Whatever, pal. I saw what you said. Yeah, you might have corrected yourself afterward, but whatever. Yeah, you still said you'd rather spend it on yourself. Oh, by the way, that is spending it on yourself. If I'm entertaining you, then spend it on yourself. Bunch of cheapskates. Hey. Yeah, I don't care. Whatever. I'm already done with it. I'm over it. Anyway. Lefties are communists, Pinhead. They don't call each other communists. They call people on the right communists to distract everybody else from the fact that they're communists. Don't you understand how it works? Ay. And also, calling somebody a communist doesn't mean you're a lefty. That's just a tactic that lefties do. That's a tactic they use. But some people are actually communists. Oh, there, Dreadguard. No, come on. I didn't want you to donate, man. You've already given enough. I wanted somebody, these other cheapskates to open their wallets. And I don't ask for much. I make a lot of content, make a lot of you laugh. Shouldn't have to twist your arms at all, really. Thank you, Dreadguard. You're the man. Wish other people would follow your example and then take some of the weight off you, because you do enough, my friend. You do enough. You donate on my Patreon. You're the man. No question about that. Okay, fuck me. All right. Have a nice day. I started backing up MGTOW channels after Big John was put in YouTube jail. Is that the guy that's called MGTOW is Freedom or something? I've heard about that story. What's that about? Fuck lefties. Yep, pretty talentless. Most talentless people on the stream, probably. Now, nobody was talking to you, Adrian. I was making a general statement about communism and how communists are essentially people who are envious of those who are able to do more and do better than them, and then they translate that by saying everybody who can do better than them needs to help and support them. That's communism in a nutshell. Communism is not that difficult to understand. I read the Communist Manifesto, and communism we know is Stalinism, but no. You think you know it's Stalinism. It's actually Marxism. Stalin got all his fucking ideas from the Frankfurt School and Marxism, okay? It's all derived from Marxism. Most of it is heavily influenced by Marxism anyway. He put words in my mouth, gaslighting, Jew. I'm not a Jew. All right, you got to go. Now you're... I read your comment, by the way, so nobody put words in your mouth. You said, I'm not entertaining, I'm saving lives. Which I am, but, you know, I'm also entertaining. And, you know, you're going to get cut up on stuff. Okay, got to go. There we go. Negative influence has been excised. All right. There we go. Well, yeah, he'll leave my channel. That's life. You'll see who your real supporters are when you ask them to open their wallets if they can afford to. He made his little... That's you can't afford to donate, that's fine. But don't come in here and make a little smart-ass remark. Oh, I could, but I'd rather spend it on myself. Yeah, tee-hee-hee, you're real funny. Bye. I'm not trying to twist anybody's arm. I made it very clear, if you can't afford to donate, you're more than welcome here. But if you can, and you're... Yeah, it's like going to a restaurant and like eating their food and say, oh, I could afford to pay, but meh, I don't feel like paying. Yeah, okay. I mean, if you can't, that's fine. But, you know, if you can, come on. Have a conscience. I try not to think about Kevin Spacey being a pedophile. He's not a pedophile. Come on. He's not a pedophile. Well, I mean, he said he came on to a 14-year-old boy. That's not technically pedophilia. There's another name for that, for kids who have... or like teenagers. It's not pedophilia. It's different. Pedophilia is like under a certain age. I'm no expert on this kiddie love shit, so I don't know the terms, but it's not pedophilia. I know that. Kevin Spacey, he's a good actor, too. It's sad. And again, thank you, Dreadguard. You're a great guy. I wish actually 1% of my, they say it's like 1%. I wish 1% of my subscriber base donated. That would be nice. It's like 1/10 of 1%. If you're offended by that, then yeah, I'm as bad as a feminist. It's not about offense, black-hearted shaman. It's about he's coming in here, undermining my room, and basically tacitly telling people don't donate. So that's my problem. You say whatever you want about me, but you're not in here. That this is a chat. If you're going to troll me, you're going to get kicked out. Who said it offended me? I just kicked him out because it's a fucking chat, and you're not supposed to be in a chat where you don't want to be. It's not like coming to my channel and trolling in the comment section. Okay? It's a live chat. If you're a troll, if you're going to troll, then you go. Great actor, man. I'm very sad. K-Pax. Yeah, K-Pax was a good movie. I like that movie. I mean, it was okay. It could have been better. Admittedly, because some of the details were not like, you know, it could have been better. The book was better, actually. As is always the case. Books are always better, of course. But, yeah, it was an okay movie. Thoughts on body positivity? Oh, God. Boy, you're really clicking on all the positive feminist tropes, ain't you? All the feminist tropes, period. Boy. Well, it's bad. Body positivity is bad. It tells women that you can be disgusting and ugly and fat and unattractive, and you're still going to be happy in life. Well, it's not true. That's fine. You don't need to say anything then. If you can't afford to, you don't need to say nothing. Don't worry about it. Yeah. It's bullshit. I mean, this idea, this is something that feminists spread. Let me put it this way. The most unhappy people in the world are your third-wave feminists, and they want other women to be just as unhappy as they are. So they spread this nonsense that you can do all this shit and still be happy, but it's a lie. They're not happy, and they want you to be not happy too. And then you're going to get old, and you wonder why I'm not happy. Yeah, you'll be happy for a while because you get to eat as much as you want. You can be a lazy slob. You have to shave your armpits, and you look horrible. But then you have no kids. You have no family. Meanwhile, you're putting all your time into this bullshit movement called feminism that's a lie. And you're filling your life up and giving it meaning by going out and spreading lies and embracing lies and being a perpetual victim. And meanwhile, by the time they're 40, they're going to be horribly, miserably alone, and then they're going to be the worst, most angry feminists, and then they're going to spread it to the next generation. And that's what's happening, essentially. Like that Angela Dworkin that said, just go out and kill men. Just go kill them. And the best way to get away from men is to become a lesbian. I mean, that broad was crazy. Hello, Devoured Sour. Oh, that's an interesting name. How you doing, buddy? Free Happy Bob. Hello. I think I offended some people because it looks like a bunch of people left. I got people coming and replacing them, but then they left. It seems that I find it very interesting that some pinhead said that if I'm offended, I'm as bad as a feminist. And meanwhile, I'm still here. And did I sound offended? Did I sound offended? I told you what I thought of him. I told him what I thought of him. I'm not allowed to react? Somebody calls me an asshole or a douchebag or insults me, I'm not allowed to insult them back. What the fuck planet are you living on, pal? Yeah, go ahead and punch me in the face. And I'm not going to punch you back. Oh, sure. Go ahead, slap me. And I'm not going to slap you back. And that's your idea of being offended? Because I fight back? Give me a fucking break, pal. MP, I went like you go in and saying I work hard to make vids and you come into my room and chat and troll. You banned, did give him a chance to stop, and he continues, so he got ready to say. He did continue. I told. Well, the guy, look, you want to insult me or be a douche, that's fine, but don't start undermining things and trying to, like, affect things like, how other people act or behave or what they might do or if they're going to contribute to my channel or not. That I don't tolerate. And, of course, I'm going to fight back. That's not me getting offended, okay? Very little offends me, honestly. I'm one of the most mellow guys. It's very difficult to offend me. I believe in freedom of speech, and I got a thick-ass motherfucking skin. I have to deal with you people. But seriously, no, the guy was being a douche, okay? And he did make that comment. In fact, he made two smart-ass comments that were essentially both aimed at my donations. And so, that I'm not going to tolerate. It's not about being thin-skinned, thick-skinned, or not being offended. It's about tolerating certain things and behavior. And certain things I just don't tolerate. That's all. Thoughts on blacks? Asking. They got reparations. Blacks got reparations a long time ago. They got affirmative action. They got all that welfare. Welfare was created by black people's votes and to help black people. That's all it was. Black people have gotten plenty of help. Now the help that they supposedly want more of is only hurting them. It's not helping them. So black people, they've gotten plenty of reparations. And by the way, I didn't own any slaves. And 98% of Americans didn't own slaves. And the majority of people fought and died to try and free these ungrateful motherfuckers who could be back in Africa making mud pies and cooking up ox burgers over an open fire and having a IQ lower than the one they have now because they wouldn't be getting good educations for the past 300 years. Yeah, you ungrateful bastards. What are you complaining about? You know what the problem is? The problem is your culture. Your culture is backwards. The problem is your thug culture where you run around with your pants hanging low around your ass and you're going to apply for a job. Can you give me a job, please? And you're wearing a bandana on your head and you look like a criminal and you think you're going to get a job and then you don't get a job and then you go and rob somebody and then you blame white people. Give me a fucking break. It's not white people. That's the problem. You're the problem. The problem is you and your backwards culture. That's the problem. I'm not the fucking problem. You want to fix the problem, fix your culture, okay? Stop taking welfare. Stop expecting people to take care of you. That's the problem. Too many people have taken care of you for too long, and now you're expecting it. And you've become used to it. You've become enabled, okay? You have become enabled. We are enabling you to be losers, and you just want more and more. I want my Obama phone. I'm going to vote for Obama. He gave me an Obama phone. Oh, yeah, I'm going to vote for him. Oh, God, isn't it obvious that Democrats are buying the votes of black people? That's what they've always done, that they hate black people? Come on, wake up, people. Woo! Oh, boy. Yeah, boy, I got going there. But seriously, that shit annoys me. That shit annoys me to no motherfucking end. You motherfucking ungrateful sons of bitches. You were living in tribal Africa. And by the way, if you go back to the places these people came from, they're hellholes. No education. Where's the school? Oh, it's that grass hut over there with the one lady who doesn't even have a high school education, and she's the teacher. That's where you could be right now. Okay, yeah, we took your ancestors as slaves. That was bad. But you're not a slave, and you have it much better than you would have if they hadn't been taken as slaves. And by the way, that's the past. But the left, of course, loves to continue to bring up the past because there's nothing to complain about in the present. Snoop Dogg, new album cover with Trump. And yeah, Snoop Dogg's a moron, okay? You should know that already. That guy has fried his brains with too much marijuana. Elon Musk is a moron, okay? Rich people love to talk about this universal income bullshit because they're idiots, all right? They might be smart when it comes to business, but for some reason they don't know anything about how economics works. You can't give everybody $1,000 a month. The problem with these rich people is that they don't have empathy. They don't associate. They aren't able to put themselves in the shoes of poor people. They don't seem to understand that 95% of America's population are not rich. They don't work jobs that are nice, cushy academics jobs, nice, easy jobs. They're working jobs where they're shoveling shit, where they're sorting through the paper and the plastic and the colored glasses at the local recycling center and throwing garbage into the back of trucks 8-10 hours a day and coming home smelling like old fish. That's 95% of the people. And if you give them free money, they're not going to work. What do you think's going to happen, you idiot? That money only has value because people are producing on a daily basis to create the goods and services that give it value. If you stop producing, the money no longer has value because there's no wealth to back up the paper money. And then your money becomes worthless. Idiots. Equality of opportunity over equality of income. Well, equality of opportunity over equality of outcome. Equality of opportunity is how things should be. But feminists want equality of outcome, which is how things shouldn't be because it ignores the realities of the biological gender differences between men and women, as well as the differences between races. No, money's great with nothing worth buying. No, because because the money would have no value, Scott. You see, that's how it works. What people don't understand about money is that all it is currency. It is a representation. It represents wealth. Now look at Venezuela. They printed more money than you can imagine. The money has no value. You can't buy anything. Because not only is there nothing to buy, but even if there was something to buy, it would be so rare that it would cost so much money that you'd need a fucking wheelbarrow to buy a loaf of bread. So you see, that's how money's, okay. Well, that's how, I'm now explaining to other people, okay? And you'll be surprised how many people don't understand this shit. Most people don't actually understand this stuff. Just like most people still think the Federal Reserve Bank is actually a government bank. They're morons. Most people are morons. You have to understand this. You have to understand this. And I've accepted this, and I tolerate it. I know that 95% of people are not as smart as I am. Just going by IQ, I'm aware of this. It gets tiresome. I deal with it. Something like 95, 96% or something. But anyway, you learn to accept this fact. That the average IQ is average IQ. Gets very tiresome. Believe me. It's a burden. It's a burden. Because you always have to explain shit to people. And I don't get it. They don't get it. But seriously, support your favorite MGTOW content creators. These people are doing a public service. Yes, Dreadguard, thank you. Thoughts on poverty in Native American reservations? Even young teens are now being forced into prostitution. Yeah, it's pretty bad in Venezuela. Fiat money created from thin air. The Native American population, now they might actually have some legitimate grievances, okay? Now these people, they've got it pretty bad, all right? But again, they have it better than well, maybe not. I don't know. You know, their lives, again, don't give me excuses because I've had a rough life. I had to pull myself up by my bootstraps. I had to pay for my own education. Nobody took care of me. I paid for all my own shit. I worked my ass off, okay? Not just black people and Native Americans can be poor and have it hard. So don't give me some shit that your life is difficult because you were born into a bad situation. Well, you're 40 years old, motherfucker. You've had a lot of years to make it better. Are you telling me you can't make it better? Give me a fucking break. Put it on everything that makes life. We took their land and put on it everything that makes life work. Took their land. It wasn't their land. Okay. Let me correct some things for you, Scott of Ellis. First of all, I don't feel sorry for Native American people. It wasn't their land. Okay? We got to think about how property rights work and what makes logical sense. Property rights work when you see property was acknowledged to be owned by someone when they took it. They developed the land. They built something on it. They made it productive. It became their land. All these motherfuckers did was ran around. They were nomads. They chased buffalo from one side of the continent to the other. They didn't have any permanent dwellings. They lived in teepees that they carried with them. They were nomads. They did not own the land. They didn't develop it. They didn't build anything on it. They didn't improve it. They didn't make it more productive. They didn't own it. It wasn't their land. Correction number one. Correction number two, the bullshit about this country, America, being a country of immigrants. Bullshit. It's not a country of immigrants. There was no country here before we came and created a country. Okay? Yeah, we went there. There was no America. You can't be immigrants if the country doesn't exist that you're immigrating to in the first place. We went to America, which wasn't America yet. And then we created a country. We created that motherfucking country. We weren't immigrants to that country. We created it. People don't understand these simple things because they're morons. Well, even if... Okay. Not necessarily true. I don't believe in absolutist statements, Jim Status. Of course, there's such a thing as stolen land. But after a number of years, it becomes irrelevant. That's like saying Israel stole their country from the Middle East. Who gives a shit? It was so long ago. They're already there. They've established a country. They have built it up. They have developed the land. It's now their country. Okay? It's that simple. It's their country. They got dibs. They have dibs. Okay? It's that simple. You were not systematically discriminated against and your race was not legally massacred. Well, I mean, we did some bad things to the... Let's not... We did do some really bad things to the Native Americans. Let's not... let's not try to do the whole Holocaust denying thing. We did give them a raw deal, but that was a long time ago. Get over it. Be a man or a woman or whatever the hell you're supposed to be after 200 years. Get over it. It wasn't done to you. I love this borrowed victimhood bullshit. Oh, somebody did something bad to my great-great-great-great-great-great. Yeah, I think it's that many greats. Might be one more great-grandmother. So, you owe me shit. Fuck off. I don't owe you anything. Bullshit. I just hate this whole borrowed victimhood nonsense. Nobody owes you a goddamn thing, okay? You owe yourself. Nobody else. That's my view. Public schools have become leftist, feminist, communist breeding grounds. You're right. Absolutely right. They have. I know they just wandered around and put up tents. Right. Yeah, they didn't own the land. See, there's a lot of things people don't understand, and it all becomes from their not having the correct foundational arguments. People don't know how to form arguments. They were never taught how to. If your premise is wrong, then everything comes after that is wrong, no matter how logical or reasonable it might seem. Of course, most people don't even know how to figure out what the premise of their argument might be. They're too stupid. They don't know how to do that. That's something they should teach in school, of course, but they don't. Letting go of the past. It's not even letting go. It didn't happen to you. It happened to your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandma. I mean, Jesus Christ. Come on now. Jesse Jennings, come on. No one owns land. Might makes right. And people own land, okay? I'm going to have to disagree with you. People own land. They own, in today's well-developed country, they own it by purchasing it, by trading their productivity that has been saved in the form of money for that land and developing that land. But absolutely people own land. Of course they do. For my baby sister, mother's great, great, great. Yeah. You did. How are you letting go of the past when it's not your past? See, this is the thing that the left likes to do. They're always bringing up the past to try and shame people in the present. Oh, somebody in the past did horrible things to me and my people. No, they didn't do anything to you. They did something wrong to somebody that looks like you but isn't you. Somebody owes you anything. Nobody owes you a goddamn thing. Mr. J, I haven't disagreed with him. I'm not banging the drum for woohoos. I live in Minnesota and can't stand Indians. Well, I don't have any problem with Indians, as you say. I just wish that people would stop trying to use... And honestly, the Indians aren't the ones complaining. Have you noticed that? That you don't see Indians complaining either. It's always leftists complaining on their behalf. They always take up... They borrow the causes of other people to champion their own cause. You don't even hear the Indian people complaining. How many gay people do you hear complaining? Not too many. It's always leftists and feminists, the useful idiots, taking up the causes of other supposedly oppressed people. It's that intersectionality bullshit. I'm a feminist, but I feel for you, Indian man. I feel for you, redskin man. We have kind of the same situation. Really? How are we the same? The fucking white man gave my people blankets infested with tuberculosis. How are we in any way similar? Oh, they're not in any way similar, but of course with intersectionality, they like to create this thin veneer of similarity, and that way they can all come together and they can use each other's grievances to really shame people and guilt them into shutting up and not disagreeing with them. Oh, taxes. I hate taxes. Don't get me started on taxes, man. You don't want to get me started on taxes. Taxes piss me off to no end. They should pay their taxes like everyone else. Nobody should be paying taxes, by the way, Scott. Nobody. Antifa declaring civil war. A bunch of pasty-faced geeks running around with masks on that weigh $1.25 at most, and they need baseball bats to scare people. My thoughts on their declaring civil war. Please, when did they declare civil war? No, they gave them... They gave him blankets infested with smallpox. They gave him blankets infested with tuberculosis as well. I think that smallpox wasn't the only disease that they spread to the Indians through diseased blankets. Draft and circumcision should prove you don't know shit. Don't own shit. Oh, well, you do own shit, by the way. Saying you don't own shit is a communist viewpoint. Draft, yeah, indentured servitude, slavery of a sort. Yeah. Circumcision, well, that's a different matter entirely. That's just totally immoral and shows that society doesn't value men and believes that they are in somehow... Of course, that's a holdover from the church, you know. First Judaism and then Christianity. Blankets infested with smallpox. Remember this. Oh, it's hot outside. The weather must be racist. Trump is lowering taxes. Yeah. That's good. There shouldn't be any taxes, of course. All taxes exist for, in terms of income taxes, to pay the debt on the Federal Reserve. That's it. The money that we owe the Federal Reserve Bank. Did you know, and some of you may not know this, that every single penny collected from income tax, almost $1 trillion, every penny goes to paying the debt. Not one red cent of that money goes to pay any welfare, any public service of any kind. It's just to pay the debt. Trump is restoring the economy. Hey, Holden McGrind, did you come here to be a troll and a Trump hater? Okay? Stop comparing Trump to Hitler, okay? He ain't cooked 6 million Jews. So let's not make these comparisons, huh? And by the way, Hitler was a socialist. He was a leftist. He was not a righty, you moron. That's just leftist, academic, revisionist history to try and make the opposing side look bad. Do some research. National Socialist Party, pinhead. Did you catch the word socialist? What do you think? That's just a name? Hey, just use the word socialist. It didn't mean anything? No, you idiot. It means socialism. Hitler was a leftist, you fool. Smallpox was the first recorded biological... Yeah, that's true. And then they got a little more sophisticated and they started using other things like tuberculosis as well. The slow killer. Why are young whites killing themselves with heroin, meth, opioids, and rampant alcoholism? Well, Crystal, because look at the situation they have. Everybody hates them. Everybody hates white men. Why do you think so many of them are becoming transsexuals? Because there's a stigma against being a man and against being white. Everybody hates you. Well, why not kill yourself slowly? I mean, there's so much animus against white people. And, of course, the country sucks. It sucks at the moment. There's no good jobs. The good jobs are being stolen by immigrants, okay? Even the low to middle skilled labor jobs are going to illegals. Look at the situation. The situation sucks. The economic situation sucks. The employment situation sucks. Everybody hates them. My question to you would be, why ain't they doing drugs? MP, what do you think of California having crazy laws like gender pronoun misuse law and knowing spreading HIV is no longer a felony? That includes having sex and blood drinking. California is the example of what's going to happen to the rest of America if we continue to follow this leftist nonsense. That's what. Well, it was nice seeing you, black-hearted shaman. Take care. Young whites don't have much of a future with society telling them how evil they are and how everything should be taken from them and given to other people. California jail time for misusing pronouns. Yeah, it's the same thing up in Canada. They've got a human rights tribunal in Canada that if you use the wrong pronoun, they can fine you like $150,000 to $250,000 and throw you in jail and shit. It's the same thing. They got stuff like that in Sweden too. Only weak-minded individuals would kill themselves when the going gets tough. Well, that's easy to say, Crystal, but, you know, it happens enough that you have to question whether or not the problem is the weak-minded people or the shit that they're having to deal with. And maybe, just maybe, there's something wrong in the culture. Clearly there is. Oh, Crystal's a woman, by the way, folks. So she makes some sense, so... Just wanted you to know. That's, yeah. Don't get angry, Crystal. California. Oh, Cucknea. I see. Yeah, Crystal might be an actual outlier. Hard to tell. We'd have to meet her to know. But it's possible. I've never denied that outliers exist. It's just that there's too few of them to rely on, unfortunately. Sweden has given up completely. Yeah, isn't that the country that had the feminist snow plowing bullshit? Yeah, they hate white people, but when a bunch of white men were saving others from... Of course. Well, it's just like how feminists have that double standard with, you know, men in general. I mean, it's okay for us to walk away from the plantation and to give up our gender roles, but it's not okay for you, the man. No, I'm surprised you know that I don't live in the States. I mean, I did mention it briefly in this stream, but I don't think you were here. You must be an actual follower of mine, which is surprising. I don't have too many women. No, probably not. Eventually, I'm sure, but... Not anytime soon. The situation's too bad there. Why would I go back? Get the fuck out of here. You kidding me? They all hate me. I'm white, and I'm a man. Are you kidding me? No way. Fuck that shit. Things have gone to hell since I left. Oh, my God. No. I'm perfectly happy where I am now. No need to go back. Nope. No. Not going to happen. Hello, yes, you are, Crystal. That's right. And thank you for your donation. It's much appreciated. I had a crap memory. I don't know. I don't memorize all my Patreons. I mean, it's not like I have a lot of them, by the way. I could use some more, to be honest. Actually, I think there's some way I can connect my Patreon to this stream. Yeah, hold on a second. I know there's something I can do. Fuck it. What is the best state to be in for a white male? Oh, you got me. I don't know. Shit. How the hell do I know? I don't live in America. Should Germans go to Hungary? Well, I heard a lot of people want to go to Hungary because they actually care about their borders and their culture. So, yeah, sure. Although, I don't know how many foreigners they're actually... Oh, I think they are actually welcoming white people. Yeah. Maybe Montana. I don't think there's a lot of job opportunities in Montana. Isn't that a farming state mostly, Montana? Don't they grow a lot of corn and shit there? Yeah, it's like one of the worst times to live in this world. One thing hits white men, all suffer the consequences for a month. And if a man himself taking point for the... Well, white people have always been the go-to bad guy. You go back to ancient Rome. Oh, the Romans were so bad. They were so evil. There actually was some case for that. They did invade a lot of places, steal a lot of people's wealth. And if people want to see what it means to steal other countries' wealth, look at Rome. What wealth has America stolen from anybody? By being smart and successful? Thank you for the honest assessment of matters in life. Oh, well, you're welcome. Not enough people say what's honest. You don't get rewarded for it, by the way. Not really. Unfortunately. Being honest is not rewarded. Most people like to stay in the dark about reality. Most people don't want to know the truth. They just close their minds to it. It's much more comfortable to live that way. Ignorance is bliss, after all. Australia's newly elected 31-year-old... What? See, I don't follow the general news. Australia has a new president? Prime Minister? What is this person? What do you mean by leader? Is giving Soros Foundation a month to stop all business in the country. Love it. I'm a bald white guy. It's a cross I have to bear. We all have our crosses. Asians are invading America. That's fine with me. Let them. I got no problem with Asian people going to America. They're successful. Asian people are smart. Okay? Asian people have high IQs. They have higher IQs on average than white people. I got no problem with them coming. It's the brown people that I have a problem with. Oh, is that evil of me? I'm so evil. No, let me clarify. My problem is with the low IQ people from Mexico who have no skills and no education. Okay, they don't contribute anything. America should be importing people who are educated, intelligent, have skills, are very productive, that will improve the country. You don't import people who are going to just take welfare and file for taxes just so they can get a bunch of benefits, and then they never pay the taxes. And then they send out $58 billion of remittances to their home countries every year. $58 billion. And you get all that free health care and welfare. No, that's not a help to the country, okay? So I got no problem with the Asians. The Asians are actually contributing. They are actually well-educated and intelligent. Are you Mark Dice? No, I'm not Mark Dice. What do you think of Mark Dice? I don't sound anything like that guy. Most people like to stroke themselves. I don't know what that means, stroke themselves. Like a cat, or stroke their ego. Germany predicted to be Muslim in the next 20 years. That sounds about right. There's nothing new under the sun. The pendulum will swing back in favor of the white man. Nature will always correct. Well, I don't know about the white man, but it generally favors the people who are the most intelligent. That's all. I'm not a racist, okay? I mean, I have no problem with people, generally speaking. I just judge groups as groups and individuals as individuals. Asian mean Middle Eastern. Middle Eastern's not Asian, okay? They're different. Terminology-wise, Asian people gave us PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about like Asian means, like Chinese and South Korean and Japanese. Oh, I would love to get more Japanese people in America. Are you kidding? Have you seen Japan? It's like some kind of futuristic Disneyland. It would be great if we got more of those people into America. You have a problem with brown people? No, I don't. I have no problem. No, I was. Did you hear what I said afterwards? I added context to my statement. I don't have a problem with a brown person. I have a problem with millions of Mexican people illegally crossing America's border and then sucking up our resources. That's what I have a problem with. Does that help clear that up for you? We want the best Americans. Right. We don't need Indians shitting on over the place. We have no problems with Buddhist, Muslim, Asian girls are the cutest, big heads and small bodies. Yeah. I mean, they tend to take care of themselves, and they don't get fat generally. I mean, once they've acclimated to America, maybe. Where are the UN, United Nations? There's a global white genocide happening all over the world. Yeah, they're morons. They don't understand that white people have singularly given the world hope. I mean, look at what Europe and America have done for the world. What's the Middle East done? Lots of war? Sharia law? You steal a Snickers bar, you get your hand chopped off? Oh, boy. Wow, that's enlightenment, all right. We have no resources. The elites have the... inner self. Get out of here with that bullshit. the elites have everything. You're going to start using terms like income inequality now? Because if you start doing that, I'm going to identify you as a Bernie Sanders supporter, okay? People who are smart and kind and people who are strong and can carry their weight in the world are the only people who deserve to live here. You want to know where the money's going? The high taxes the government takes, okay? The government taxes people too much, my friend, okay? That's why people don't have enough money. And that's why there's not enough money available for people in the lower classes, because if the taxes got cut, more poorer people and middle-class people could open businesses and create more income and more revenue and be more productive and be more successful. The fact that the rich seem to be the only ones who can afford to operate in this system are not the rich's fault. The fault is the government with too much regulation and too many taxes. Interracial, it depends on the race, okay? They don't own everything, just half. But that's the way it's always going to be. The smart people are always going to own most of the shit. And by the way, they're also the ones who use their money to create businesses and to produce shit. I in no way envy rich people. I don't envy them. I say good for you and give them a thumbs up. Don't envy the rich. They worked. By and large, the majority of them worked for that money, and they are the most productive people on earth, and it's because of them that you have the jobs that you do. Because the system, the American government, has become so heavily regulated that only the big guys, for the most part, are able to operate. Don't you get it? Oh, no. Oh, inner self, spare me. Oh, now inner self isn't here. He's gonna eat up the whole feed. Inner self, now I have to turn on the slow mode because inner self is in here spouting indoctrinated crap. Now I have to turn on slow mode now. I have no choice. He's going to take up the whole feed. Crap. So, got to turn on slow mode now. Sorry. Inner self ruined it for everybody, guys. So slow mode is now on because inner self came in and he's writing whole paragraphs and he's sending multiple messages. So, sorry. This is what happens when ideologues show up in your room spouting ideological nonsense. I don't know what... so many of you claim to be red-pilled, but you don't understand that rich people are not the problem. They game the system because they can, because the government wants their money, and they've created a system where people who do not lobby and game the system are punished, so of course they game the system. It's called crony capitalism, and crony capitalism exists because of the government, not because of the cronies. Microsoft did zero lobbying in Washington until they got hit with an antitrust lawsuit for being a monopoly. And now they're one of the biggest lobbyers in Washington. They were manipulated and cajoled and forced into becoming lobbyists by the government. The government is the problem, not the rich people. Okay? The rich people are symptomatic, but you're focusing on the wrong issues. It's usually me that ruins it for all. You call New World Order. I don't call New World Order nonsense. You're just an ideologue, and you don't listen to anybody, inner self. That's all. You just come into chat rooms, and you spout your indoctrinated stuff. And some of it's true, and much of it might be true, but it's the way you do it. You just don't listen to anybody, and you're just here to preach. No, that's my job. It's my room. You just talk too much. That's all. That's really the problem. You just talk too much. That's all. So I had to put it in slow mode because of you. But you don't care, do you? Because you're a narcissist and the whole world revolves around you. And the only thing that's important is when you speak. If you didn't spend the day wasted, then you've wasted the day. I get wasted on caffeine. My favorite thing is to drink Coca-Cola. It's a bad habit. I need to stop doing it. But if that's wasted, I guess that's about as wasted as I get. Nothing wrong if you want to get wasted. I'm a libertarian in that way. I got no problem with every drug on the planet. Seems slow mode was always on. Boom, I fucked your boyfriend. No, slow mode was not on, actually, but I had to turn it on when Inner Self started taking up the entire chat. My phone is dead. Love your videos. Are you listening to them on your phone? If not, that's kind of a random thing to say. Kurt Gestoff, the NWO is just buying power monopoly. Yeah, but The government is the problem. You see, if the government wasn't so big and didn't control so much, nobody would be able to buy anything from the government to begin with. And the government encourages and actually forces people to buy stuff from them, meaning influence, because if they didn't, then the government's going to hit them with all sorts of antitrust lawsuits because those motherfuckers in government need people to fund their next election. No. I'm not an asshole. I don't sound like an asshole. If I do sound like an asshole, then I'd sound like my dad. But I'm not an asshole, and I don't think I sound like one. So, no, I don't sound like him. And by the way, he's dead, so I don't sound like him at all. Do you mean, did I sound like him? No. He was an asshole then, too. NW owns the government, actually all governments. Okay. Full Metal Jacket donut push-up scene just happened. Oh, you're watching a movie. Well, a little too much information. We don't need to know that. But anyway. Nice to know, I guess, but really, you're kind of using up your message a minute with nonsense, so you might want to post something more productive. NWO is the government actually all... No! Inner self, you've got a lot of conspiracy theories, and while many of them are right, some of them are a little off, and your problem is you don't stop to think about the stuff that you're actually preaching. You're kind of an ideologue. Yeah, you're an ideologue with some of the right ideas, but that doesn't change the fact that you're an ideologue, okay? I had to smoke all the time. I have to do the work of two people. I install in-ground pools. The rest of the Twin Cities does it in pairs. People still buy pools? Ah! Jesus Christ, why? I work alone and high. Who buys pools? What, I don't get this. I mean, when I was a kid, people had pools, but why are people still getting pools? What's the attraction? You got game stations. You got so many different ways to distract yourself. Who goes swimming anymore in a pool? Really? That's surprising to me. Huh. I mean, we had a pool, but we hardly ever used it. In-ground pools, the ones that rich... Yeah, oh, well, rich people, yeah, but there ain't... Okay, well, still. I mean, they probably don't use them too much either. I guess it's a status thing. We didn't have a in-ground. We had a out-ground. It was a nice pool, though, but, I mean, you know. I think we could have gotten an in-ground tool, but my father, he wanted something that could easily be disassembled. I don't know why. In-ground ones, the ones that rich people have. Turn my pool into a pond. Private get caught with a donut, and everyone else is forced to do push-ups. We're in slow-mo because the guy typing. Should I ban him? I'm going to have to ban... Okay, inner self, don't take this personally, but you seem like some kind of preacher that showed up in a room just to essentially like preach something. And I would be fine with you being here if you like controlled how much you type, but you like type too much. You don't have any consideration for others. So I'm not going to ban you, but I'm going to have to kick you because everybody's complaining about the slow mode and you kind of ruined it for everybody. No, I'm not Jewish. And by the way, I don't think there's any particular way that people sound. Is it because I can talk fast? Is it because I have a fast enough processor in my head that I'm able to talk very fast, like that Ben Shapiro guy? So you assume I'm Jewish? How anti-Semitic of you? No, seriously, no. I'm not Jewish. But I've heard that before. But no. No. I mean, I think it'd be fine if I was. They got the highest IQs, generally speaking, of anybody on the planet. I'm having a hard time pinpointing this guy in himself. Okay, good. Remove. Oh, I could have put him in timeout. Oh, wait a second. You can put him in timeout. Oh, that's very interesting. I didn't know that. Like a little kid who's misbehaving. I see. Okay. Put user in timeout. There we go. He's in a timeout, so he's not gone. He just can't talk. Maybe he learned his lesson. Okay. Let's see. No, us MGTOW are the problem. No women, no babies, no overpopulation, no wars. Turn my pool into a pond. Okay. Oh, Elias Diaz donated $2. Thank you, Elias. Very kind of you. Oh, no, the penalty box for you. I'm just still figuring out how this live chat works, so I can put him into, yeah, well, you know. So they sound Jewish. Isn't that kind of an anti-Semitic thing to say, or racist to imply that Jews rant a lot? Maybe they do. I don't know. Gilbert Gottfried, maybe, but he doesn't rant. He just has a high-pitched voice. And my voice can get high-pitched, too, if I get upset. But keep the pool in the locker to drown a plundering Chuck. Yes, please. So he's in the timeout space. 640 to 680 billion. I sound Jewish. Well, I have heard that before. People have compared me to Gilbert Gottfried and any number. So far I've been compared to Bill Burr, Gilbert Gottfried, Mark Dice, George Carlin a few times, more than a few times. So all comedians, huh? I guess I am kind of a comedian in a sense. I guess I sound like one. I'm different in the philosophical sense that I can be funny. Most philosophers are not funny. They don't sound funny. They don't make you laugh. So that's how I'm different. Joe Pesci. Jeez. Yeah, he's a short little guy. Is he Jewish? No, he's Italian or something, isn't he? I forget. Joe Pesci. Oy vey. All right, I'm going to turn off slow mode now, and we'll see if he comes back and starts ragging on everybody. I don't have a problem with the things he said. There is a new world order, and there are global elites. The problem is that he's kind of an ideologue, and he just comes into rooms to, like, give his ideological views, not to talk with anybody. That's his problem. If he was there to actually talk and have a back and forth, where he actually had to stop and read people's comments instead of just typing as much as he could so that you would read as much of his ideology as possible, then I wouldn't have a problem. But that's what he does. So I have a problem with that. Okay, slow mode is off. Well, sometimes I might sound Jewish. It depends. Again, thank you, Elias Diaz. Appreciate it. Now, this is nothing like my first live stream, which I just made out of the clear blue. That got a lot of donations. I was surprised. Seems like this live stream thing's not very profitable. I know there's some MGTOW producers, I'm not going to say who, some of you probably know who I would be talking about, do a lot of live streams. I don't know how they would make any money doing it. It doesn't seem very profitable. Of course, whoever they are, probably get more views. So I'm at 31. Maybe it's the time. Is there a better time to do these live streams? I mean, 31 views, meh. I mean, I love you guys, of course, but I should be well over 100 people in here by now. Where is everybody? I mean, it's a Saturday night where all of you are at, right? Isn't Saturday night a good time to do a live stream? Should I have done it Friday night? When's a good time to do a live stream? Huh. Very unusual. I expected to get like 100 plus people. Yeah, it was. It was 4 hours, actually. I just did it as a test. I didn't know that you could turn on private mode on a live stream. And so it was public, and then a bunch of people just showed up out of nowhere. Shit, what did that? I need to look at the date. What date was that? What am I, stupid? I need to do it again at that date. That was more successful than this. Where are my fans? Where are my fans? At my place, it's 3:54 a.m. Oh, my God. Well, shit. Well, you must love me then. Thank you. Appreciate that. Then give me money. Donate something to me. No, seriously. So no donation word. Talk about God or something every now and then. You might get more. God. People tend to run away when they hear God. Huh. Weekday morning. Really? Yeah, that's right. It was. Crystal Jackson. Thank you very much. It's the same people, though. I wish more different people would donate. I feel bad that it's the same people that have to continue donating. They take the weight off the other people who could donate, but are kind of cheapskates. I appreciate it. Thank you, Crystal. Huh. Well, that must mean there's a lot of people that are just at home or just not doing anything. I mean, a weekday night? Really? What the hell? That's very strange. Yeah, you're right. It was a weekday morning. What the fuck? Hello, Roger, and thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. I realize now I should feel no shame for asking for them, and you have to, because people just forget. I think a lot of people just forget that you do take donations, that they can donate. Bitcoins. Hey, yeah, I got to get a Bitcoin wallet. I don't even know how to do that. Don't you have to, like, buy Bitcoins to get a Bitcoin wallet? Weekday night? Huh. I figured a weekend would work better. But maybe you're right, because maybe a weekday night, a weekend night, maybe everybody's out doing shit. Yeah, maybe they're out like going to the movies or fucking doing something. I don't know. That makes sense. Again, thank you, Roger, and thank you, Crystal. Jeez. You guys are great. Yeah, you're right, a weekday. Fuck. What am I thinking? Well, I'm no master of marketing in that regard, I guess. It would be the natural assumption, though, to think that a weekend would be better. Not that it's bad, but it gives people hope, especially those on the edge of suicide. But have fun, though. Tell us more about yourself. Me? No. I don't want people viewing to know too much about me. I can tell you general things about my personality or about my life growing up or something. I'm not going to tell you specific things about me like in the present or things I do or don't do or my age, things that could be identifying factors. Because, well, I don't want people being able to find who I am. Not paranoid. That's just a reality. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate it. I need to start making more original content. It's very difficult. I used to make more, but I kind of get demotivated in doing the original content because it takes so long. It can take 8-10 hours or more to do a original content piece. So think of your program as what someone would watch instead of nightly news program. Ha! Personality traits. I don't know. I'm pretty laid back. And I'm a really mellow guy. I don't get angry, really. Very little. Or stressed out, really. Not really. I know it sounds different doing this show, but that's just because some of the news stories and the content I find pisses me off so much that I don't look at that stuff otherwise. I don't follow news. I don't see the point. I used to look on Yahoo News a lot, and I would do a lot of back and forth with people on Yahoo and talking on Yahoo and stuff. But generally speaking, I don't follow news, and I basically avoid stuff that would annoy me or get me upset. Nothing brought me to MGTOW. I was always an individualistic person to begin with, and I pretty much got there naturally. There was no aha moment. There was just me on YouTube. And I saw some guy, and I was like, MGTOW, what's that? I was like, well, that doesn't really that doesn't really change me any because I'm already like that anyway. Now it's just like I have this acronym to use to identify it that people will recognize. Oh, these certain qualities are attributed to this acronym. Ah, okay. But there was no aha moment or anything. Arabic clan, criminal gangs, Roger McMillan agreed. MGTOW is hilarious at times. I think I'm hilarious all the time. Well, not all the time, because sometimes I'm being very serious. So it depends, really. But I can go back and forth. I've been a MGTOW for almost 16 years. Gave up after I broke up with the last girlfriend I will ever have. Thought I was alone in my Oh, no. You're not alone, my friend. No. And by the way, I essentially realized that women were not worth the trouble. Good Lord. About, the last long-term girlfriend I had was it was almost 10 years ago. Yeah. And it was just this is not really doing it for me. She's too much of a pain in the ass. So I didn't dump her. I just let things go to the point where, we couldn't bang anymore. And even recently is 4 years ago or something, she contacted me, wanted to bang me, even though she was getting married because the guy she married apparently wasn't a very good lay. Come on. That should tell you all you need to know about how most women are. My first video was about Ayn Rand, actually, which I removed and then reposted as a new video because I had no followers when I posted it. It was about Ayn Rand and her philosophy. And I was talking about my interpretation of her philosophy about, I believe it was altruism. My first video was actually about altruism. And it had my face in it. And my first 3 or 4 videos had my face. And then I figured out real quick, bad idea. So I reposted them with only sound. So that was my first video back in February, March. It was April, I think. Yeah, maybe in April. I'm not sure, maybe. Was that by Ayn Rand? Oh, her new husband is a lucky guy. Whose new husband? I mean, you're not talking about Ayn Rand. I know that. She's been dead a long time. So I don't know who you're talking about. You know, I'll try to do that again either in the morning, because that's well, what day was that anyway? Can somebody tell me what the day of my first... I mean, I guess I can look in my super chat and it'll tell me the day. So I guess I can do that. I just don't remember. But that was pretty good. I mean, they got a lot of people. Oh, yeah, she's married now. I'm sure she has kids. I haven't spoken to her in years. But, yeah, she wanted... Oh, it was so funny, too. She wanted me to pay. She would have had to take the train to come see me. And I was like, okay, well, you know, fine. And I was like, you know, I'll pay half. I said I'll pay half because she's coming to see me, and she's just having to spend money. And I am going to enjoy her company as well, so 50%. She was like, what? You want to... Why don't you pay for all of it? And I was like, well, because you're getting something out of it too. But I'm the woman. She actually said this shit, but I'm the woman. Why should I have to be paying? It's unbelievable. I mean, you want a perfect example of how women are. This is a perfect example of how most women are. Well, I'm not going to pay for half. You should pay for all of it. And I was like, no. So she didn't come. That's how red-pilled I am, baby. And that was like 4 or 5 years ago. So trust me, I've been red-pilled for a long motherfucking time. Well before I ever heard of MGTOW. And she didn't come. What a pity. I didn't have to spend all that money. Oh, boo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, I value a vagina about as less than I value money, okay? Money is more valuable to me, okay? That'll tell you what you need to know. I didn't simp out. I didn't pay for anything. What are you talking about? There was a time I might have, but that was a long time ago. What is he talking about, simped out? She told me to pay for everything. I told her to go fuck herself. Well, she probably did. Because her hubby, he's not cutting the mustard. But he had money. He had more money than I did, even. He had a lot more money than me. And I was like, well, money's what you care about. I mean, I did well enough. We would have been fine. Comfortable, very comfortable. But that wasn't enough. He gave her, I mean, oh, no, that wasn't nearly enough. But good for you. I don't think I ever did either, to be honest. But I probably did. I mean, I did live with a woman for years. And I've lived with women. So I guess technically I did. I don't know. But, I mean, we split stuff. So I don't see how that's simping. I never really I guess I bought gifts, but that was like at Christmas and shit. And birthday or something. I didn't do that whole fucking, what do you call it? What was that? Was that holiday? February something? Valentine's Day. I never did that shit. No, I never simped. What are you talking about? No. Unless you call it simping to actually be in a relationship. But again, this was a long time ago. But you still love the vagina nasty? No. What do you mean love? It depends on what you mean by love. I don't love. I don't believe in love. Do I like? I mean, sex is okay, but it's overrated, I think. I don't love it. By the way, liking sex does not make you a simp, okay? You must be a monk, all right? I get tired of hearing, are you a monk? Are you a monk, Elias Diaz? Are you a MGTOW monk? Yeah, I'm not a monk, that's for sure. I don't go that way, okay? I believe in pumping and dumping chicks. I don't know what you're talking about. Love. I don't care either way. It's just there. It's a hole. That's it. I take it or I leave it. Call it what you want. All women are hypergamous, myself included. It's the way nature intended. Somewhat. Women have become more hypergamous. You do realize that, don't you? Because of feminism and women's lib, women are now much more hypergamous than they used to be because they can be. So women didn't used to be like that. They didn't used to be like that to this extent. Well, I don't know that my testosterone's all that low. I actually still have plenty of interest in sex. It's just with a woman that doesn't interest me so much anymore. So, yeah, I don't think it's that. I think you become immune to it. After you've slept with enough women, it's like, there's no mystery there. It doesn't really do it for me that much anymore. Really. And then you're just like, yeah, I can take it or leave it. I just slept with enough women. I just don't care. I just don't care. You had one, you had them all. Unless a fat chick, you don't want that. But generally speaking, yeah. I mean, to be honest, you know, low testosterone has something to do with it, but my testosterone is still pretty, I think, pretty high. No, not that so much as it is that, you know, you get older and it's just like, you know, you develop a buffer in your brain. That's what I would call it. You develop a brain buffer that shields you from that shit just because you develop a tolerance and then eventually, it has no effect on you. I don't care. Nah, you can keep it. I don't want it. Too much trouble. Nah, just don't give it to him. If mine starts to wane, I change the channel to see if there's a better chick. Yeah. Well, they just don't give it to him. You pump him and you dump him. This never get your money. That's all. You could just pump him and dump him, dude. I mean, why need him? Women are quite easy to manipulate. You don't need to give them any money. And you just don't compliment them. You don't compliment them. You make them thirsty for your attention. Ignore them. Oh, they'll be all over you. Then they'll be like, sure, come over, have sex, and you have sex. And once they become too clingy, bye-bye. So it's actually no effort. It's not that. But they become kind of a problem, and it is a little bit of effort because I actually have to leave the house, and I have to go somewhere. It's like, you get to the point where, even that much effort is like, that's too much effort. I mean, why do that when I can just stay home? That's really how much you become detached from it, that it's just like, well, it's as easy as going out and going to her place, but it's like, yeah, even now that seems like too much effort. That's the point I'm at right now. I'll just stay home. But Mr. Philosopher, still, Gustav, did you know that if you be a father, your testosterone level decreased by 50%? I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think testosterone is connected that much to our psychology. It is connected to a certain extent. There have been studies showing that the testosterone levels of Western men has continued to decline on a yearly level, on a yearly basis since hardcore feminism was introduced. But 50%? I kind of doubt that. I've never heard that before. I would Google it, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll do that later. But not now. Maybe another time. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I'm trying to red pill West Dallas, but it's a challenge. We're listening to you in the hood. Red pilling people is very easy, my friend. I mean, very difficult because people have ideologies and they want to follow these ideologies no matter what. It becomes like religion to them. And as we all know, religion makes life easy. It's a crutch. It allows us, it takes some of the weight, takes some of the burden off of us. We don't have to think as much. We don't have to do as much. We can rely on others to do our thinking for us. Ideologies become dogmatic, and so dogma is very comforting. It makes life much easier. And we also become personally attached to these ideologies, our egos, our ids. We form an ego attachment. We form our personality, even our own sense of self-image and our sense of self become attached to these ideologies. So people will, in fact, become threatened and feel threatened when you challenge these ideologies. So it's very difficult to red pill people, very difficult. Hello, Prince Adam. How are you? Why, do you tear off one of your nuts when you're pregnant? Are you? Thinking about shagging dead dogs scrapped from the edge of the road. Well, all you can do is expose people to the red pill. Then when they experience something you warn them about, they'll immediately remember your words. Right. The only way to change ideologues' mind is to expose them to reality. Logic and reason won't do it. That's why the useful idiots of the world, they are not going to be convinced until America becomes the communist utopia that they seem to want. And then they're going to see that it's not what they were taught it would be. And of course, by then, they're going to get a bullet in the head and a shallow grave from the state because they're the first people to go once you have regime change. Because they are the ones who are the most idealistic. They are the ones that will fight the most. They are the ones who will become your truest enemy once they see that they have been duped. Environmental toxins, electromagnetic fields, poor nutrition, taking antidepressants, antioxidants, all-cause testosterone. Yeah. I don't take any of that shit. I take vitamin C. That's it. Maybe a multivitamin. Yeah, they tell me we have our traditions. Crystal Jackson and Trazine in the water supply. Tradazine, boy. You can expose them to the red pill, or you can expose them to the joys of divorce. Even divorce might work. Might not work. Remember, what's his name? Tom Likas was married and divorced 4 times. So talk about the third time not being the charm. So some people it takes a while before they get the message. Some people never get the message. All my male friends are blue-pilled. Men have spirits, but women don't. I don't know about that. Let's not get into hyperbole of that nature. I don't believe anybody has souls to begin with. I'm an atheist, so I don't think anybody has a spirit. You know that there's one chance I find the perfect female. I'm taking my chance, even though I'll probably end up not merge. You're going to take a chance and marry some broad, Adrian Azevedo. Don't do it, my friend. The odds are against you. 93.4% chance that your marriage will end after 10 years. The average length of an American marriage is 8.7 years. You can Google that. They can't cook the math on averages, so you'll find that number very easily from multiple sources. I just lost one to some young rose petals holding McGroin. Well, damn, Save MGTOW's Freedom on the... By the way, can somebody please tell me about Save MGTOW's Freedom? I've never seen any of his videos, but I've heard of him. What is he? He's a mid-level sized channel, has about 30,000 followers. Why did he get kicked off YouTube? I mean, I'm assuming it was either a copyright strike or a community guidelines infringement. Is that what happened? Because I know that can happen very easily. You all know about my recent adventures with a certain very small channel who filed for a copyright strike against me because of a freaking picture. So, yeah, I know all about how that can happen all too easily. Not all women are hypergamous. There's such a thing as K and R selection. Dude, yeah, but most women. You're talking about Holden McGroin. You're talking about rare outliers, okay? Very rare outliers. There's so few of them, it's not worth the risk, statistically speaking. Yeah, I'm going to go have surgery that I don't have to have on the 1% chance that it might kill me. Pass. He keeps getting flagged. Flagged for what? It's real as fuck. Okay? But why is he getting flagged? For what? I mean, he has to be attacking specific people. I mean, as far as getting flagged, there has to be like an actual like abuse or bullying. There has to be like some kind of bullying going on. Like he's bullying somebody specific on YouTube. It's like if I make fun of Kathy Griffin, they're not going to flag me or give me a community guideline strike because she's like a big media person, okay? My cousin says if she ain't sucking, I ain't fucking, huh? But somebody please tell me exactly what happened with that guy because, again, I don't know specifically. John and Howard. Enough talking about other channels, okay? Please. In my room, in my chat, what are you here to shill for them? You're saying John and Howard are best in my chat. Doesn't that seem a little uncivil or just plain, out of line? Maybe you're in the wrong place. Why are you in my chat room shilling for other people's channels? That's just impolite. I think I can safely label that as impolite. So please stop doing that. John on MGTOW's Freedom is completely innocent. He's very powerful and huge threat. Really triggers the feminists. I see. What do you think about surrogate mothers? I think it's dangerous. It depends on where you get the surrogate mother from. I mean, if you're talking about Asian countries, possibly. But in Western countries, you can get hit with child support. You do know that if you get a surrogate mother in a Western country, they have a certain amount of time to change their mind. A certain amount of time, excuse me. So say you get a Western woman to have your baby. She can change her mind immediately and say, I want to keep the baby. And then she'll hit you with child support. Absolutely true. So, yeah. You want to be very careful with the surrogacy thing because they have rights, okay? There's even been cases of women trying to learn the identities of the men who donated the sperm to a sperm bank of the children that they had from using that sperm so they could get child support. Be very, very careful. That's what I have to say about surrogacy. You have to be careful. Because the government and the courts are automatically on the women's side. Automatically on her side. Hell, if a woman was able to, there's no protection. If you donate sperm, and if the woman finds out who you are, she can file and get child support. Now, the court cannot make the sperm bank divulge the information, but if the woman finds it out in some other way and she's able to find out who you are, she can 100% file and get child support from you. That's why I tell men, do not donate sperm. Never, ever. Yeah, adoption's a good idea. There's already enough unwanted kids in this world. Adopt one. But you have to be careful with adoption, too, because a lot of these kids are, up for adoption for a reason. They got, some kind of Asperger's syndrome or autism or, whatever kind of mental or physical disorder or ailment. You got to be careful. You could get a faulty kid. You might say, oh, that MGTOW Philosopher, that sounds so evil of you. You're talking about kids like they used cars. Well, they require a hell of a lot more money than a car. I mean, you really have to take economic considerations into consideration when you're thinking about adopting a kid. You don't want to adopt a kid that's got like a heart valve problem and you're going to have to spend $250,000 to fix it. Come on. You got to be practical when you're considering these things. He raped me with a test tube and win. Don't ever jack off into a cup. That is absolutely crazy. That's how much power women in the left have gotten in America. So you got to be careful. I really love your stance. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, it's the right stance. It's the common sense stance. I don't let emotion affect any of my arguments. I form my arguments based on solid logic and reason, sound foundational premises. I don't just argue from emotion like leftists do. Oh, no. And I can actually make arguments and explain my arguments. Unlike leftists. 0 to 18, 160. No, it's more than that. It's about $250,000 now. So right now in today's society, to raise a kid from 0 to 18, and that doesn't include college, $250,000. If you throw in university, which you shouldn't because you'd have to be a fool to send your kid to any university these days because they're all indoctrination think tanks of the left and they're all communist institutions. They'll turn your kid into a commie. Well, you can act on another $100,000 easy. If you got to pay child support when she finds out who I am, then she must have had sex with me. Yeah, do not give to a sperm bank. Big, big mistake. Oh, by the way, we have some new arrivals, I see. I do have Super Chat if you feel so inclined and can afford to donate. Just letting you know. Europe is so much cheaper. Europe, I wouldn't want to live in Europe. Europe is a disaster zone. It's going down big time, and it's more feminist than America, if that's possible. I got to pay child. Okay, Antifa's November 4th rally is a failure. 50 protesters in Seattle. They only show up when there's people to beat up. Antifa doesn't show up for their own events. Antifa only shows up for other people's events. When there's somebody there that they can attack, where 50 of them can attack one people and beat them up with baseball bats. That's the only time Antifa shows up. Their own events, nobody wants to come because there's nobody to attack and beat up. Who can they throw a Molotov cocktail at? Oh, it's our event. And, of course, rightists, conservatives don't really show up to protest Antifa so much because they actually believe in free speech. So, it's no fun for an Antifa person if there's nobody to attack and kill. When you're discussing topics that deal with how boys are being mistreated, you sound very much... Yes, well, because I am a man. And, of course, I feel for... Boys are totally helpless. They have no agency. They cannot speak on their own behalf. So I have to speak for them, and other men have to speak for them. So, yeah, that's where some of the MRA guys get it right. Of course, the MRA is totally cucked. They're totally useless and ineffective. What kind of men's movement lets women in? What are you, retarded? Yeah. Oh, it's such a feather in her cap. We're going to let women in. Ooh, yeah, we're going to accomplish so much more. It's going to add validity to our cause that women are supporting us too. No, you dummy. They're just chameleons. They're just there to get in and then undermine you, you morons. Idiots. Why would the MRA movement? It's so stupid. I don't understand it. You're a men's movement, you idiot. What are you thinking? Jesus Christ. I think that the only reason that women essentially tolerate male feminists is because they're useful tools. They're useful tools. They're good proxy dogs, okay, to get stuff done, physically speaking. That's all. You're still young, MGTOW. I am? Okay, bye, Prince Adam. I'm young. He doesn't know how old I am. Well, Prince Adam was obviously a troll. And I guess I said something he doesn't like. He called me a fucker. Report. I'm going to report him just for fun. Reported. And harassment or bullying. Sure, why not? This is harassing me. I'm just curious to see what happens. There we go. Okay. Woo! Just curious. So I'm a troll. Just not stupid. Well, you're clearly not too intelligent, son. Oh, we got a heckler here. We got a heckler. Oh, I love hecklers. Okay. Let's hear it, Prince Adam. You're so wise and knowledgeable, you think I'm young. By the way, you think you're older than me? I doubt that, but is that a feather in your cap? Are you such a pathetic loser that the only thing you have going for you is the claim that you're older than somebody else? You don't have your intelligence or any arguments. And by the way, is that all you got? Is insults? You don't have any arguments? You're just going to insult me? Well, that's pretty telling. Very telling indeed. No, you have nothing, Prince Adam, so you can go now. Goodbye. You don't give a shit. Well, then leave. Remember, I thought you were leaving. You're still here? Right. You're very close, Crystal. Yes, you're almost right on the money. Prince Adam is not. I think Prince Adam just wants attention, and I said something that disagreed with his worldview. So, like any leftist that Prince Adam is, if you say even one little thing that disagrees with his worldview, he's going to attack you and proclaim you a this or a that, and you're an outcast to him. Yada, yada, yada. Typical communist, leftist. Seen him before. Seen him all before. Who started civil war in Germany in 1918? Civil war? You mean the World War? There was no civil war in Germany. Just listen, guys. That's all you have to do to know. Okay. You got to go, Adam. Now you're trolling. Bye-bye. And goodbye. Ay. I mean, hecklers are fine, but he's not even heckling. Not even participating. Just lots of insults. And, well, I guess that's this, but he's not even insulting. If you're going to be a good heckler, come on. Heckle me. Call me names. Ay. What the hell was he talking about? He didn't even go into specifics. That's what I knew he was a leftist right away. I could spot leftists like you wouldn't believe. They're just going to attack you. No specifics. Critical theory. Simple criticism. No arguments. Boom! I know you're a communist right away. Bye-bye. Oh, for Christ's sake. Next subject. World War I. Crystal Jackson, Elias Diaz. Princess Madam. Prince Adam is upset to reality. He won't find a good princess. I guess. I don't know why he came to my chat room to begin with if he was just going to bitch and moan like a baby. I mean, he heard something he didn't like. I said something he didn't agree with. I hear lots of people all the time. Ben Shapiro believes in God. Should I stop listening to anything or everything he says because he has a stance on something that I firmly disagree with? Nah. I'll just listen to the stuff he says I agree with. I won't listen to his nonsense about God because he's suffering from cognitive dissonance. And he's talking nonsense. But I'll listen to everything else he says because he's right about most of the other stuff. Unfortunately, Prince Adam, he has the inability to detach his logical thinking brain from his emotions. That's too bad, Adam. Goodbye. It's your loss, buddy. Next. No soup for you. I love that bit. Anyway, Seal Royal Princess, a Damal Princess open fire. I don't know what that means. I think slow mode is off. Yeah, people like Adam annoy me. That you say one thing that disagrees with them, and suddenly they can't listen to anything you have to say. I think we must be getting more lag now. Shit. Yeah, first time, I thought this was set up to only give me about 15, 20 seconds worth of lag. Thinks he knows about communism, but doesn't know about Germany in 1918. Oh, for fuck's sake. Goy, here we go. Here we go. All right, here we go. There we go. Yeah, I like Ben Shapiro. You're gone, Goy. Bye-bye. See, I don't tolerate stuff. I don't tolerate people coming into my room and trying to underline me. You're going to try and undermine me, you're gone. Oh, you didn't hurt my feelings. No, I'm just going to boot you. There's a difference between, I have plenty of patience, but I don't tolerate that bullshit, so you're gone. My room is not here for you to troll, okay? It's supposed to be fun. No trolls. Yeah, Ben Shapiro's cool. Now, I think he's wrong on some things. I think he's wrong in his views of Milo Yiannopoulos. I like Milo Yiannopoulos. Ben dislikes Milo Yiannopoulos because Milo Yiannopoulos is competition to him. They're both roughly in the same IQ bracket, and so they both have roughly the same IQ, and they both do the same thing, college tours and social commentary. They're both essentially the same in their views for the most part. I mean, they have many of the similar views. So the reason he hates Milo is because Milo is competition to him. That's all. I mean, honestly, I have no problem with Milo. I like provocateurs. I like them very much. Ben, he thinks they are counterproductive. I do not. Yeah. Well, he can come back. Well, no, I blocked him. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked him. I should have given him just a timeout. Do you believe in the flat earth stuff? No. No. Flat earth? Who can believe? I don't know how anybody believes in that stuff. How could the earth can't be flat? That's stupid. All right, let me... It's so dumb. If you know anything about science, you know there's lots of reasons why couldn't possibly be a flat earth. First of all, the earth spinning and centrifugal force, the water would just fly off the edges of the earth. Okay, that's problem number one. And it would just go out into space as vapor. Okay, so that's problem number one with the whole flat earth thing. Problem number two, we've seen that it's round. You could see the horizon. You can see it curves off into the horizon. You can see that. And it doesn't make sense. I don't know how people buy that shit. People are just stupid. Well, the universe is round because it's expanding from a central point. So it has to be round. So that's just it. Gravity, well, gravity exists. We know that. Go drop your pen. See if it doesn't drop. Of course gravity exists. What are you talking about? Drop a pen. Jump and see how high you can go. You're not going to fly off the planet, I tell you that. And what do you think's holding the oxygen down close to the ground and creating the air pressure around you? I know, but food and religion trap you. You don't know about the double slit experiment. Oh, geez. I think it sounds familiar. Is that the experiment where there was a difference on the quantum level when somebody was looking at something or something was being viewed as opposed to when it was not being viewed? I know if you dig all the way through the earth, and you end up in China because you would hit the earth's core. Actually, the first thing you would hit is the magma underneath the mantle, and then you would die. So you wouldn't make it anywhere near China. Yes. Oh, my God. Inner Self's back. Hello, Inner Self. Are you prepared to talk to people instead of spout your ideology and not listen to anybody? Well, you can't flood the channel anyway. I turned on slow chat, so. Go ahead. Talk. We don't care. Why wouldn't NASA hide the fact that the Earth is round? Yeah, they wouldn't. It doesn't make sense. Besides, you know it's not round. You can see the horizon. If the Earth was flat, you'd be able to see much further, okay? There's stuff that is within view, but it's below the horizon because the Earth is round. And what about pilots? Pilots fly around the Earth, and they end up at the same point they started off from. How is that possible if it's flat? Are you telling me all the pilots in the world are in on it? Yeah, they're all in on a conspiracy, and they all know the Earth is really flat. And really, when they get to the edge, they're all turning around and coming back, and they're saying they went around the curve of the Earth, but they're lying. They're all in on the conspiracy. They really all just turn around and come back the same way they came. Yeah, it's a big conspiracy. Yeah, right. Right, I've heard of it. Yes. Right, I was talking about, right. It's, it was basically an experiment where something, I forget the exact specifics, but there was a change at a quantum level when something was viewed as opposed to when it wasn't viewed. I don't think that tells you anything. All you see is an effect, but you don't know what that effect means. You don't know what the cause of that effect is. You don't know if that causes a simulation. You can't have an effect and then try to track it back to a specific cause just by saying, oh, well, that proves we're in a simulation. No, that doesn't prove anything. You're going to need to use inductive reasoning, and that doesn't prove that we're in a simulation. You actually don't know the reason why there's a difference when viewed as opposed to when not viewed on a quantum level. You can't make that leap. You're just making an assumption. That's just circular reasoning. That's circular reasoning. That's all there is. That's all it is. Angry, it does prove it. Not just that. The fact that you decode No, it doesn't prove it, inner self. It does not prove anything. It's called circular reasoning. The God exists because the Bible says God exists. The reality is a simulation because it's something being viewed, and there's a change. So that means reality is a simulation. No, that's a form of confirmation bias. You're seeing what you want to see. Okay, that doesn't prove it. Doesn't prove that. That's not the conclusion it proves. There's no evidence that we live in a simulation. I'm just saying there's no evidence that we live in a simulation. And the fact that you can see a variation on a quantum level in some circumstances from viewing something as opposed to it not being viewed doesn't mean anything. And by the way, if we were in a simulation, wouldn't what was viewed cease to exist? Would there have been anything there to actually view? Oh, you're saying that, oh, okay, well, the whole simulation is there all the time, no matter whether somebody's there to view it or not. Well, then why would it change when somebody's there to view it? Oh, because of the interaction between the viewer and what is being viewed. These are all suppositions. These are all presuppositional arguments. This is the same kind of arguments you get for people arguing for the existence of God. It's nothing more than a presuppositional argument. You have no evidence that we're in a simulation. You're just using presupposition the same way Christian apologists use presupposition to prove God. Enough with the we live in a simulation crap. This is a MGTOW channel. I'm not here to talk about us living in the fucking Matrix, which, by the way, we don't live in. And until you prove that we live in the Matrix, then we don't live in it. Don't give me this presuppositional crap and try to tell me it's not presuppositional. Why would NASA hide the Earth? Okay. It's a computer simulation only when you are looking at something does it exist. That's not true. Inner self, that's the stupidest thing that you have ever said. And you've said some stupid stuff. If it only existed, yes, that's dumb. Because the experiment didn't prove that. Because the experiment, which viewed things that were, in a state and looked at the quantum state, it was still there when somebody wasn't looking at it. Okay? Oh, what about a camera? What about a camera? Oh, the program knows there's a camera looking at that spot. So that spot will continue to exist. This is just stupid-ass, old-school relativism philosophy, metaphysics bullshit, okay? If a tree falls in a forest and there's no one there to hear it, does the tree still make a sound? Yeah, it does. Hey, MGTOW, have you ever seen the Queer Kid Show on YouTube? If you do, you do a video. Okay, I'll look into that. Look at the moon when it's a full. It always shows the same side. Study the moon. It will show you everything, Mr. Philosopher. Good Lord. Angry little people think the double six experiment proves that reality is just a simulation. It does prove it. Not just that. The fact that you decode program codes into what you see, hear, etc. That's nonsense. NASA means to deceive in Hebrew. Oh, God. Why is it that all you Jew haters and you Jew conspiracy theorists show up in my room? The Queer Kids Show with the ukulele, playing lesbian, dressed like a bricklayer who talks to a teddy bear with a chalkboard. Never heard of the show. I'll have to check it out. The Earth outside is just 14.36 miles thick on each side. The rest is hot stuff. Right, okay. I thought, is it even that thick? I thought it was more like 8 miles. Well, in some areas, it's thicker than others, of course. Yes, it does, alias. Most folks do not know that. Mr. and yourself, you've been watching too much. Oh, boy. Got some crazy comments here. Okay. In memory serves, the problem was that measuring the particles in the double six sort of changed them. Right. Which would make sense because at the quantum level, there is greater fluctuation in relation to physical macro world. Of course, the macro world is going to affect the sub-micro world Of course, that doesn't mean we're living in a reality, in a simulation. Where do you get that? Your foundational premise is flawed. Your foundational premise is that changes on the submicroscopic level from macroscopic effects means we live in a simulated reality. That's your foundational premise. You haven't proven the foundational premise yet, so all the logic you're building on that false premise is false. First, you have to prove the premise that changes on the submicroscopic level from the macroscopic world and the intervention, interference, interaction with the macroscopic world proves simulation. You haven't proven that yet, so how can you use that as your foundational premise? You haven't proven that to be true. Boom, baby. Don't try to argue with me. It's a fail. You're going to fail. I respect you, Mr. Philosopher, but you rely on your understanding. The flat earth theory proves that there is a higher power than... But there's not flat. And why would the flat earth prove that there's a higher power? That doesn't make sense because it said so in the Bible. That's just circular reasoning. The Bible says God is true, so God is true. That's trying to use the Bible to prove the Bible. That's the only reference anywhere that has anything to do with God in relation to a flat earth. That's not cause and effect. You haven't proven any causal relation. Sorry. Mate, if so, the SD theory could also work. Anyone here watch Mark Rudolph? Yeah, I like Mark Rudolph. Funny guy, and he's got the right idea about women. Mark Rudolph's simulation is a worldview of a simpleton. Rats only know they're trapped if they know the borders are there. Why do you think God, I'm going to have to, really, now too many of you are typing, and I can't follow the messages. So now I have to change slow mode to an even slower mode. Jesus Christ. People don't have any consideration for anybody else. Just type. Inner self. Yeah. Sorry, inner self, but you're part of the problem, dude. You and your stupid ideas and stupid bullshit into my room. There we go. If we all want an apple, could we craft it with... Kurt Gestoff, could you type English that people can understand? I can't understand a word you're fucking saying in my fucking room. You're starting to piss me off. Speak English or get out. He's the God of judgment who will... Yeah, hey, Elias, this room is a no-religion room. So, no religion in my room. If you bring up religion in my room, I'm going to fucking destroy you with logic and reason, and I'm going to attack and ass rape any arguments you try to come up with. Please don't bring it in here. This is a MGTOW room. It's a MGTOW channel. It's not an atheist channel or a religion channel. Please don't bring religion in here. This is a no-religion zone. I'm fine if you bring guns, but no religion. Thank you. Why do you think white nationalists often don't like MGTOW? I don't know. Do they not like MGTOW? Maybe because they're trad cons. I don't think it has anything to do with them being white nationalists. It has to do with them being traditional conservatives. No, it's called the Cube of Saturn. That's why all roads lead to MGTOW. Okay. In a cult. Yeah, I'm familiar with occult philosophy. Inner self has been inverted. He's the God of judgment. Yeah. Just joking. Do I come off as belligerent? No, not at all. Is there actually a creator? It would only make sense that it would be Satan. There's no evidence of a creator. Oh, God, why do you people always show up in my room and start talking about fucking religion? Oh, because I'm atheist. See, that's the problem with you fucking Christians. You're intolerant. You hear an atheist, and you can't help but start talking about religion. I have to defend my beliefs. I have to proselytize people and spread my faith. Give it a rest, okay? Crusades ended a long time ago. Shut the fuck up. We're all witches and warlocks. Why do you think they taught us spelling in school? So speak life, not death. That's why I love MGTOW. Yeah. Enough with the religion crap, okay? No proof for God. If you're going to start talking about religion, I'm going to start talking about atheism, and I'm going to use logic and reason to destroy your fucking religious arguments. You can't counter with anything because religion has no arguments that are logical or reasonable. So please don't talk about religion. Rule of thinners, all discussion goes to religion or Hitler. Yeah. That's because religion requires no thought. And when people lose arguments, they fall back on dogma and ideology. That's why. Because to them, that's the automatic winner. Well, I automatically win because God. No more God, please. Let's talk about something else. Well, we've only got 17 more minutes anyway before I'm done. So, yeah. Well, 19 says my clock, but the elapsed timer says 17. So I'm going to trust the elapsed timer, but I'll give it until 12. I had to get rid of Inner Self again. The motherfucker just keeps showing up and spamming the motherfucking room. Jesus Christ. I've had it with his, Jesus Christ. All this guy talks about is simulations and world orders and Illuminati and shit. Why is the flat Earth model of the sun round and all the other planets flat Earth theory busted? I don't know. Again, I can't understand what you're saying. T-E-O-R-Y, what is that? Theory? Bustet? God. Listen, Kurt. I don't know what country you're from. If you're from a non-speaking country, I can be forgiving to some extent. But honestly, please take more time to write your messages. You have 60 seconds after all between messages. Could you at least spell correctly? I mean, really. I shouldn't have to guess what you're saying. One typo, yeah, I can forgive. But 2, 3, 4, 5, come on. And grammar errors, too. Let's take women's rights away. Oh, well, there we go. There's a subject I can get on. I can get on that subject, baby. Which rights? Voting? I would be for taking away their voting rights. I would be for that. Until they pay taxes or, well, both. Pay taxes and they are up for the draft. Of course, that'll never happen. I don't know. I mean, you hear people talking about women soon being up for the draft. Thank you, Elias. I'm glad to hear that. Just don't talk to me about religion. I might make you too smart and you stop believing in God. Although that's unlikely. It's usually impossible to red pill religious people. So I wouldn't even try. Don't tell me you have the right to remain silent. I want him to keep that right. I haven't said much about it, but can you please cover... please, I'd love to hear about if it's a Christian book. I'm a Christian, but I don't here to take it apart, please. I don't understand what you mean. Please cover. It couldn't just happen. Please. What are you talking? I don't know what you mean, Adrian Azevedo. What are you talking about? You're not giving me enough detail. And you're using PLS, please. I'd love to hear it. It's a Christian book. I don't understand what you're saying. Too many typos. Pal. You have the right to make a sandwich. Yeah, they get drafted now that no country South America is likely. Yeah, right. I mean, it doesn't mean anything now that there's so much peace in the world. If your career demanded that you work among women in greater numbers than men, would you feel worried about false accusations and other... I would just ignore them. I would just not have anything to do with women. I would totally ignore them, and they don't exist until I have to interact with them, and that I would be as businesslike as possible. Fortunately, I'm not in a career where there's a lot of women, so I don't have to deal with them, thank you, God. Are such worries realistic? Ignore them. Don't deal with them. I don't visit Western countries because I don't want to help fund gynocentrism. Very good. By the way, Adrian, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't said much about it, but can you please cover what? And don't put parentheses in there. Your parentheses don't make sense, by the way. It breaks up the context of your paragraph, your question. It doesn't make any sense to me. If women got drafted in the U.S. military in actual combat roles, then we'd be talking. What are you talking about? They'll never be in combat roles. Are you kidding me? Not going to happen. Come on. I'd be very surprised. Very surprised. It might happen, but if it does, it'll be a cataclysmic disaster. Well, maybe not. It depends, really. I mean, let's be honest. How much combat do Americans really see on firsthand anymore? I mean, not as many as you might think. Have a good night, Mr. Philosopher. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Just remember, fellas, if she ain't sucking, I ain't fucking. I'm still donating. Yes, voting. Thank you, Elias. I appreciate it. See, adults can disagree about certain things and still agree on most things and not dislike each other. I have no problem with Elias being a Christian. He can believe what he wants. His right. Just like I can be an atheist and whatever. Doesn't matter. Only people like that idiot who was in here before have a problem with somebody just because they disagree with them on one area. People on the welfare should lose rights. I agree. What do you think about the fat woman mafia? I don't like them. Of course, I don't like mafias of any kind. I specifically don't like fat people. It's a book. This title couldn't just happen by Lawrence. What are you talking about? You are aware that the Bible was written like 2,000 years ago by a bunch of religious zealot hippies who followed around this Jesus guy who claimed to be something that he couldn't prove. And then between that and about 300 years later, you had the Council of Nicaea. The Council of Nicaea who sat down and edited and decided which writings would be in the Bible. The Bible was made. It was created by men. The Council of Nicaea, NYCAE, Nicaea, or CEA. I forget the exact name. Council of Nicaea, 3rd century. Was it 3rd or 4th century? 3rd century. Sat down and 3rd century, and they decided which books would be in the Bible. It was a council of bishops. A council of bishops at the Council of Nicaea. They decided which books would be in the Bible. It was a book just like any other, okay? It had marketing campaigns. It's just a book, man. It's just a book a bunch of religious people created to ensnare suckers and get them to tithe and give money, okay? And control them. That's it. It's no different than Scientology. Scientology is just a lot younger, okay? No different. Hey, Adrian, don't bug him about religion. Prove your point by praying him away and see if that works. Yeah, why are you still talking about this stuff? If it's so wonderful and your belief is so strong, why do you need to keep prattling on about it? Just shut up about it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? And by the way, it's my channel. If I want to talk about atheism, I'll talk about atheism. Why do you feel the need to counter with talking about God and how he's real? Huh? Why? Not that, by the way, you all started this God talk, not me. But if I do talk about atheism as a counter, why do you feel the need to fight back? If your belief is so strong and your faith is so strong and God exists, well, why do you feel this need to be so defensive, huh? Could it be that somewhere deep down you know, yeah, it's bullshit? Could that be? I believe in meme magic. For the last 10 minutes or so, that's all the things we'd rather do, take gender studies course. Burn my tongue with cigarettes. Eat tobacco. Watch Amy Schumer. No. That's just like gender studies. No, that would kill me too. I don't know. There's a lot of things I'd rather do. Gender study courses are, oh my God. Yeah, I would rather continue arguing God stuff for another hour and take gender studies. Gender studies courses are just communism. You do know that. These gender studies courses are just socialism marketed to the most gullible people. All right? That's all they are. And universities these days are nothing more than indoctrination centers. That's it. Well, I wouldn't suck a cock, but, maybe if I got paid a lot of money, like that Harvey Weinstein guy, but otherwise, no. Amy Schumer, ugh, she looks like a female Michelin man. I said that in one of my, I've used that comparison for some women, yeah. The Michelin man, yeah, all those folds of fat, yikes, scary stuff. Anybody gonna donate to my channel? Do I have to really wring people's necks or twist their arms? Nobody else out there interested in donating. Dreadguard has done his part. Crystal, you don't have to donate. You've already done plenty. Jim's status is gone, so he can't donate. So, come on, guys. I'm going to be gone in 10 minutes. I have entertained you and made you laugh and given you something to do and enlightened you and made your day a little brighter. So, if you can afford to donate, please do. Well, 10 minutes sucking a dick or maybe 1 or 2 hours of a gender studies. Nah, come on. At Angry Laugh Out Loud, I wonder if Mr. Philosopher feel the same way. I feel the same way about what? At Angry Laugh Out Loud. I don't understand. I'm sickle cell anemia on Patreon, so there you. That's fine. I'm not talking to you. Then, if you can't afford to, that's fine. Can anything conceivably happen to bring men and women together in any sort of harmony? The collapse of civilization. That'll do it. Civilization collapses. That'll change things. Otherwise, no. The only way men and women are going to come back together is out of need. Okay? Women don't need men anymore because the state is providing them with all they need by stealing taxes from men. So, no. When will we need women again? Yeah, maybe never. It depends. But seriously, the only way things are going to change is the collapse of civilization and women losing their big daddy, that is government. Not going to happen anytime soon. And by the way, guys, you can also donate on my Patreon. You will find a link in the description of every single video I've ever made. So feel free to kick me $1, even $1 a month. Jeez, if every one of my subscribers just kicked me $1 a month, and I know just about every one of them could afford that. I mean, what's that, the price of a pack of gum? Then I could make content 24/7 and start a live chat, a live podcast. I could do so many things. So, you know, even $1 a month would be appreciated. Some of you can afford $1, right? Well, if you can, just go to my Patreon. Why are they running all our 80s movies? Oh, ruining all our 80s. Are you talking about this recent spate of crappy new movies? They're going to be releasing a new He-Man movie, too, you know. That horrible 80s movie with Dolph Lundgren, which is now a cult classic. And it actually wasn't that bad a movie. I remember seeing it and thinking, it's not bad. And now they're going to make a new one. And they made a remake of that Red Dawn. They made a remake with Red Dawn with what, North Korea as the antagonist because they didn't want to piss off China because they wanted their movie to play in China. Yeah, who's going to believe that North Korea is going to conquer the world and invade America? Get the fuck out of here. 25 million people in that fucking country, and they're going to conquer the world or conquer America and invade? Ah, come on. They can't even feed their own people. We're feeding them. That's stupid. What a stupid movie. Yeah, they're ruining all the good movies from the 80s. Put feminazis in a cage and taser their cunts would be an easier solution to a near apocalypse. Nah, but not going to happen. They have the votes. They have the votes. They're not going to vote to put themselves in cages and taser their private parts. Come on. What are you thinking? They vote in their own best interest. They're not going to vote to do that. That's why I keep telling you guys this civilization will have to collapse. We'll have to have economic collapse and severe government restructuring or an entire new government. Poor suckers who think the earth is flat. I didn't see the new Blade Runner movie, honestly. Mr. Philosopher, what did you get all your knowledge from or your logical and wise? From study. Lots of introspection, time studying arguments, times creating argument, time spent using deductive, inductive, reductive reasoning, just learning about how logic and reason works and how to form an argument, how to find the premise of an argument. Is my argument false? Is my argument correct? How do you trace the argument back to the premise and trace or create an argument from a premise? How do you go backwards? How do you go forwards? Learning how to create arguments inside and out, learning what makes logic, learning what makes reason. Practice. Lots and lots of practice creating arguments and trying to understand the world around me. In truth, if you were to ask me what kind of philosopher I was, I am a realist as much as anything else. I belong to my own school of philosophy, which I have dubbed practical realism. And no, it's not a school of philosophy that exists except as my own creation. I am a practical realist. I use reality to inform me about reality. That's a real radical concept, yeah. Unfortunately, most philosophers don't actually do that. He's just Confucius reincarnated. Confucius was a communist. Did you know that? If you study Confucius, he essentially was a communist. He was a collectivist. Confucius was the first communist. You should read his work. Read his work, and you will see that Confucius was a communist. And he's overrated also. My girlfriend is awesome but lies. Well, then she's not that awesome. Haven't toured Blade Runner yet, Mr. Philosopher. So, yeah, if you want to learn about how to be a good philosopher, which really just means I really rely heavily on logic. First of all, you have to understand that philosophy is just a tool. It's just a tool of the mind, a set of tools to better understand the reality that we live in. Okay? That's the only definition you need for philosophy, and that's philosophy. If there's an ideology involved, it's not philosophy. Philosophy is the tool that you would use to come to an ideological conclusion. Okay? It's not ideology itself. So my suggestion to any of you, meaning Antoine Moman, that's an interesting name, is that you study realism, and epistemology. And check out Ayn Rand, Ayn Rand. She created her own school of philosophy called Objectivism. Brilliant school of philosophy. She uses objective reality and objective logic and reason to understand the world better. And, by the way, there is ideology in her school because she created not only a philosophy, which is objectivism, but she came to conclusions which she connected to her school. And so that isn't philosophy insofar as her conclusions, but she reached those conclusions through objectivism, and they're correct conclusions, by the way. But they're not necessarily ideology. They're philosophical arguments. They're not necessarily ideological arguments, okay? So that, in fact, all right, if you look at her arguments, they are just that, arguments. They're not an ideology, even though some people have labeled them ideology. But she did come to actual conclusions, okay? At which a philosopher should not be afraid to do that. But a philosopher should also be open-minded and open to changing his mind and open to listening and hearing different viewpoints and looking at things in different ways. But you shouldn't be afraid to reach conclusions. No, the world is not a relativistic place. It is not. Logic is male privilege that women complain about. Logic is white privilege. I need to start reading more, start hanging around dumber people. Adrian Avezo, you should read Future and the Illusion. Logic is white privilege. A-Y-N. Actually, it's A-Y-N is how she spells it. But anyway, who is John Galt? So now, Ghost in the Shell, standalone. No, Ghost in the Shell. That was a crappy movie, by the way. Logic is male privilege. Zeman's List for Men, lift weights for muscle growth. So turn from nice guy into asshole and pretend you can take or leave the pussy. Learn economics and understand market trading. And learn about philosophy. Number 4. Step 4, you're not drowning in pussy. Scottavellas, they actually complained about boys being given the advantage in physics because we pee standing up. I do so to avoid my stomach from getting bigger. You can pick from 3 or 4 different hot 20-year-olds to bang on any given night. Right. Have many women in the rotation. So as I see, no more people have donated to my super chat. 20, 45, 49. So this is only a third. Believe it or not, this is only a third of what I got when I spontaneously showed up on a weekday morning and was just testing. I only got a third of the donations. That sucks. But it's something, and I appreciate it from Crystal Jackson. It's not you guys that suck, obviously. More people should have shown up and donated, of course. I announced this a week ahead of time. This is why I don't make as much original content anymore, 8, 10, 12 hours to make a single video. It's the videos people like the most, but nobody wants to donate, and they wonder why I don't make these pieces that take 8, 10, 12 hours to make. Duh! It's called motivation. Duh! I'm not a communist. People don't seem to understand that. But anyway, thank you to those who donated. You're great. You're supporting my channel, and I appreciate it. To those of you that could have donated and could have afforded to but are too cheap, fuck off! And to those of you who didn't because you couldn't, you did nothing wrong. So, that is it for me. I'm going to head out because we're at the 3-hour mark and I am hungry and I also have some things to do and some work to do later on today. So, I will bid you guys adieu. And really not fuck off to the people who didn't donate but could have, who are just cheapskates. I'm joking, of course. But seriously, I'm partially joking, actually. Really, you should donate if you can afford to, and you're partaking in the merchandise. So keep that in mind. And if you feel guilty, because you should, because if you could afford to donate and didn't, you should feel guilty. You can go to my Patreon, and you'll find a link in all of my videos. Donate $1 a month, $12 a month. You get 1 less pack of gum a month, 4 less cigarettes a month. Ooh, big sacrifice. Anyway, guys, I am the MGTOW Philosopher. Thank you for coming. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I wish you a good day. Take care.